Guys, listen up. As you get older, the best way to continue to look young, exuberant, and vibrant is to continue to take care of your skin. That's why I'm excited to have Teej Hanley as a sponsor of today's video. You heard me talk about them before, and you're going to continue to hear me talk about them because I believe in their products and the positive impact that they have on every man's life. Teej Hanley makes taking care of your skin so easy. They provide you with all the products you need and nothing that you don't. Every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. Lapeef family, I must admit, skincare wasn't always something I always focused on, but since I started using this system, I've seen improvements in the way my skin looks and feels. And you don't have to take my word for it. They have over 5,000 five-star reviews on their website from satisfied customers from around the world. I recommend you start with the level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer, and a PM moisturizer. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teej Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off retail price, the ability to customize your box, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Teej Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click that first link in the description and you'll get 30% off your first box plus the free gift. Seriously, that's an amazing deal. Even though it's too early, as I often say, it's never too late. Click that link and get started today.
Oh yeah, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Trigger Mike. I am back. Took a little break, man. Took a little break. Traveling last week for homecoming. NSU homecoming was lit, as always. All my homies didn't come out, but it was a good time, as always. Did some networking. A lot more grown vibes coming from me this time. A lot more grown vibes, but we're gonna make it do what it do. I'm back in Texas. It is cold out here. Interestingly enough, it was 87 degrees when I landed in Dallas. I had a layover in Dallas for about an hour and a half. They opened the plane when we landed in Dallas from Norfolk. And I was like, ooh, it's cold. And then the pilot said when I got on the plane to come to Houston, he said, this cold front is going to meet us there. That was actually very cool to watch how fast cold air travels 4 hours away. If you didn't know, Houston and Dallas are about 4 hours apart. It was 87 degrees. I checked the weather in Houston when I landed at around 5 o'clock p.m. By 7 o'clock, when I landed in Houston, the cold front, I went to HEB to get my wife some wine and some flowers. Thank her for holding the house down while I was out having a little bit of fun. I never do that, by the way. So, yeah, I went and got that for her. I got out that car like, ooh, cold. But, man, it's good to be back with y'all. Shout out to everybody that was at homecoming. Shout out to all the NSU alphas, the Qs. Hey, look, I got something to rap with y'all about. My homecoming people, I got something to rap with y'all about. When did the Sigmas take over the yard? Okay. When did the Sigmas take over the yard at NSU? All right. And don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on the Sigmas. I know they tend to run shit up north. They real big up north. New York, Philly. Sigmas run the show up north. But that wasn't up north. How the hell y'all let them get this popping? They were so popping, they moved our plot somewhere. I'm sorry, they moved our tent somewhere our tent never is. Our tent usually on prime real estate. Like, what the I'm sitting there like, nah, this ain't gonna do, man, but it's all good. I don't live there no more. I can't influence that stuff. Just gotta do what it does, man. How y'all doing? Talk to me, chat. Welcome to the Trigger Mike Show, Trigger Mike Late Night. Today's show is what's on your dating list. All right. So if you're just coming in, hit that like button. We're going to chop it up. We're going to let some more people get into the stream before we start the main topic. If you could be so kind as to not only hit that like button, but hit that share button. Lauren Mack says, where have you been? I was vacationing of sorts. It wasn't even a real vacation. I ain't taking no PTO. I worked. I worked while I was flying. I worked while I was landed. I worked while events was going on and I was supposed to be there. So yeah, I just went home real quick, check out my college homecoming, amongst other things. All right. But I'm back with y'all. Y'all go ahead and share this one out. Jill's Chocolate Boutique. My favorites are in the building. The ladies always showing love. I got to appreciate y'all for that. Go ahead and share this and let people know Trigger Mike Late Night is on and we got a hot one for you tonight. What's on your dating list? I'm going to share this one to my Facebook as well because I know this is a lot. This is one a lot of y'all want to talk about. Man, these knees were not popping this weekend. And let me tell you something. I've known this about myself for years now. But when I tell you I stayed true to the new me. Let me tell you what I mean by that. I was telling people I'm not coming out. I'm doing one event per night. The second my knees, so the funny thing is that my knees will start to buckle if I've been on my feet too long. I said, once I hit that first buckle up, hey y'all, my dogs, it was good seeing y'all. Hey man, stay up. Take care of the family. I'm out. I am out. I was walking out on everybody. As soon as my knees start humming, give me that little ache. I'm out. And then don't expect me to get in the house. And don't expect me to go in the house and expect me to come back out. We old now. You got me for one event, maybe. Really a half of it, if we're being real. Really a half of a event, if we're being real. All right, go ahead and share this out to everybody coming in right now. Go ahead and hit the like button if you will. We're gonna wait for more people to get into the stream. I know I haven't been on. I know some of your favorite people are on right now. We got Jason Black on right now. We got other people on, but hey, I know y'all rock with Trigger Mike, so I'm gonna let y'all come through. I ain't nobody, but you know how we do on the Trigger Mike show. We're gonna let the people come in, and then we're gonna have a good conversation as always. MS Best, what's going on? Hey, hey. Go ahead and hit that share button. Share this out to people because I want to know what's on their list. This is going to be a hot one. This is going to be a hot one tonight because I want to know what the hell is up. Y'all already know blood is in the water. Somebody done struck first. Man, what the hell next door? People out here saving snakes. I can't. Listen, I just tell y'all random stuff from my life. Next door, that app next door, it blows me. All right. People be all self-righteous on there. But one of the funniest things ever is that when somebody finds a snake in their backyard or coiled up on their patio or something, they'll take a picture. First off, that's where I realize you're not supposed to call snakes poisonous because the snake experts will get your ass. Snakes have venom. So you're supposed to call them venomous. And they have all of these sayings. If it has a square head, rectangular head, poisonous or not, But all you got to do is take a picture of your snake, whether it's on your patio, your front porch, it's trying to cool down over by your hose or something, and they will tell you. And here's the funny part about it: these people will come rehome the snake for you. Anywhere in the neighborhood, they will do it for free. I don't even understand how racism exists if these people can love reptiles more than they love other human beings. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Crazy. Because I'm a kid. That's why I had to laugh at it. I'm a murk the snake. I got little varmint rounds. Not only do I have little varmint, little 22 rounds make almost no noise. And I got a suppressor on my rifle with a 22 long rifle conversion kit. Tew, tew, tew. Man, I popped one time and that shit went flying. I thought it would just, die where it was at. I must have hit it like while it was moving or put a stick in his head up because it went flying back. Because I was like, "Oh, that was gruesome." But yeah, mess around with me, they better call him because I'm a murk the snake. I'm gonna murk the snake. But these people will come and relocate the snake for you, no matter what kind of snake it is. Good for you. I ain't doing that shit. They love to preserve. Their mission in life is to preserve the life snakes. Their mission in life is to preserve the life of snakes. That's crazy to me. We got people who won't even show restraint to their fellow man to another human being, but are out here preserving the life of snakes? Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. But y'all, what's going on, man? What's going on? We got people in here. We're going to talk about this list. We're going to talk about it. Have y'all seen it? Let me know. Have y'all seen this infamous list everybody's talking about? And while y'all answering, let me give a quick shout out to the sponsor, Tiege Hanley, 30% off along with a free gift. The link is down in the description below. Please click that. All right. Have y'all seen these lists people are talking about? This shit has gotten on my damn nerves. This all started. I mean, there's so much dialogue about this. So much freaking dialogue about this right now. I don't even know what to tell you. Because profile. I saved pretty much all of these joints. All posts. Let's see. All right. The ladies clap back with a list of terrible. I don't know what happened in my list. They must be on Facebook. Let me see. They must be on Facebook. But yeah, if y'all are watching what's going on with this list wars, man, what's on your list? I personally think this stuff is ridiculous, but you've often heard me try to look at I try to take a deeper understanding of what these things mean. One of the things I'm known for saying is the more things change, the more they stay the same. What I can tell you on this particular topic, I'm glad this is happening. You know, we got people that come up here on the Trigger Mike show, on the Lapeef Network, on other networks, and they are telling us that marriage is over. They're telling us meaningful, substantial relationships with other people is over. Everybody is out here trying to get their own. Everybody's out here trying to get their rocks off. Everybody's smashing, whatever, what have you. And they're not wrong. But the more things change, the more they stay the same. None of that is sustainable. Have you not noticed that when you allow people to speak and to live through these lofty expectations and the wickedness they're putting out into the world, it doesn't make sense at scale. You cannot keep this type of lifestyle up. Everything that they are doing, mark my words right now, everything that is coming to light about people's behavior in the dating arena will just make courting happen again. Did y'all hear me on that? It will make courting attractive again. Because let's be real, dudes are dumb. A lot of dudes are dumb. And I don't mean the more competent, the grown, the settled, the more experienced. They've had their experiences with women, been through some heartbreak, loved some women, didn't go right, been in relationships, whatever. Not those dudes that have learned through experience. It's the dumbass dudes that don't want to learn, or the young dudes that haven't learned anything yet, that are messing up the game. These dudes are messing up the game. They are out here dating, screwing a bunch of women, acquiescing to these women's demands, making them feel like they're queen, mother, goddess of the earth, all that BS. But none of that shit leads to eventually what the woman wants. A woman wants to be tied down to a commitment of some sort. And nowadays we realize that even if she don't want the commitment for real, she just want to look like somebody committed to her. She just want to check that off her bucket list. She's been chosen. So I say all that to say, listen, y'all, this list is a godsend, because remember, we are not 2-3 years removed from the ascension that was Kevin Samuels. And I'm talking about before his passing. I'm talking about his Instagram lives with women going on there. We're not even 3 years out of that time where that was at its most prominent. We're not even 3 years removed from that, where he was just getting them. And that stuff was going viral every day, clip after clip going viral. And what people kept saying is, this is staged. These women are delusional. They picked them. They're young and dumb. They don't represent us. But you realize the more and more we let people talk, the more they will reveal their true nature. See, what it really is that y'all are going too far. That's it. I once took offense and I once took issue when I was a young, young liberal ass, young man who always took women's side, and women need have rights too. When I was a simp. I mean, I told y'all most young dudes, young black dudes especially, because we love black women so much at that age, because we're really just trying to get between their legs. We were simping hard as shit. We joined every cause. We would hold picket signs for you. We would go to the Women's March. We would go to all that shit for you. But yeah, they don't make the world no better. That type of simping, even when it goes against common sense, is wrong. It will not sustain the community on a grand scale. It won't. We need all of this to come out to the light now. Because when we let you talk, when we let people tell us what it is they want, no matter how unrealistic their expectations, they always go too far. They always go too far. I'm just going to get it while the getting is good. And yeah, some simp is going to give it to them. But eventually what we're going to realize is all of the simps that are catering to these women are not actually the men these women want. That is starting to show. In great effect, that is starting to show. Because what really happens is the dudes that are on their purpose, that do not acquiesce to women, that basically say no and live by their own doctrine, that is not affected by all this stupid list making, those are the men that women naturally want. You want a dude with his own wave, not a dude trying to ride your wave. That's why we call them simps in the first place. They're doing all of that. They're agreeing with you. They're carrying your books to class. They're doing all this type of stuff. They're agreeing with you on stuff that doesn't even make sense for men to agree with you on. They're doing that in hopes of gaining sexual access to you. I wish more women knew that and would clue in. So if a dude is that close to you, if just agreeing with you, that shit should annoy you as a woman. Because if you want to hear it straight, I'm the person who's going to tell you the real deal. I know I don't give a damn about giving it to y'all straight. That's why half the women on YouTube hate my freaking guts. I stopped simping for y'all a long time ago. I'm married. I don't want none of y'all either. So I can talk as much shit as I want to. Y'all hate that. Most women hate a man that's not going to kiss their ass. But at the end of the day, that's the dude y'all seek the most. It's weird. It's very weird. Lauren says women know. It's kind of messed up that y'all do know, because that dude ain't getting no ass. He ain't getting no ass. And let me not lie. A couple of simps have snuck in there. They are pretty sneaky. A couple of simps have snuck in there and y'all gave up the booty. A couple of them have. A couple of them have. I'm looking on Facebook right now to somebody that I didn't even know went to homecoming, but I'm glad I didn't see this lady. She is wildly inappropriate. This is off topic, but this lady is wildly inappropriate. Is this AKA who, when I was in school, we used to flirt a lot? That's it. That's it. But you ever met a girl that's a belligerent drunk, but it's very handsy? Like, the way women say they don't like, old men grope them in the hospital and the nursing home and stuff like that. That's the way she is. I'm reading her post right now. Homecoming, you don't owe me nothing. Whoop de whoop. That girl, listen, I stopped rocking with her when she squeezed my butt and her long ass nails had her other hand around me and scratched the shit out of the back of my neck on some, sexual little. She drew blood from the back. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I had to tell my homegirl that was like, yo, get your girl, man. I'm fucking bleeding. That chick is aggressive, man. I don't know. Yo, it was so many people out there. I'm looking at people talk about they were there. I was like, damn, you were there? I didn't know that. So many people out there, but shout out to everybody that came out. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. This dating list, man. So what's on your list? Let me tell you, not only do I love this list stuff so much. It's just gonna push us back into the courting arena. Everybody's gonna be courting pretty soon. Everybody's gonna be courting pretty soon. And it's just gonna make everything distasteful. Did you see some of the BS that was on that list? Man, let me see if I can put it up. Let me see if I can pull it up. Did you see some of the BS that was on that list? We already know women don't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory. We already know. Appreciate it. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. Gotcha. Man, YouTube packed tonight, boy. I should have went on in the daytime. It's all good. We gonna rock out. I see more people coming through. Smitty, what's going on? Thank you for hitting that like button, bro. Thank you for hitting that like button. Let me drop that link for anybody that wants to come up and get this discussion started about these silly ass dating lists. And once I find the one that I want to talk about, we're gonna get into it. Not only do I think these lists are silly, I don't think they're for real. I think people are answering because people are asking. What do y'all think? I think people are giving these wild, outlandish answers simply because somebody's asking them. That's all. Somebody's asking them, so they're just being obnoxious. Ooh, I want this and I want that. Let me tell y'all something really quick. This is not to disparage anyone because you knew this before I even opened my mouth. You knew this before I ever said anything. You've known this. The women that qualify for these top tier dates, they live a certain type of lifestyle. They attract a certain type of man. And I don't know who told most of y'all that y'all are that type of woman. In fact, y'all don't even care. Most women don't even carry themselves like that. The funny thing is, if we are taught, what's the point of dating? If it's not what's the point of dating if it's not going to lead to a long-term relationship or a marriage? And when you ask most married men or women what the first few days were or dates, you usually will not find any grand, extravagant gestures made. The best, it almost seems like the best connections were made in such a simplistic manner. Doesn't even matter what the hell y'all were eating at the time. Darius says they really said no chain restaurants. Because if 5-star restaurants aren't chained like the rest. Thank you. No chain restaurant. Like, yo, this is just going to balloon itself into ain't none of y'all going nowhere. Girl, you better meet me by this fountain if you want to have a conversation. Nah, you said no chain restaurants. I like chain restaurants. Trollocs is a chain restaurant. Nobu is a chain restaurant. Give me some more fancy ones. Give me some more fancy ass chain restaurants since they don't want to go there. Steak 48 is a chain restaurant. Mazarif's is a chain restaurant. Where else have I been? Ocean Air, is that? Del Frisco's is a chain restaurant. McCormick and Schmick's is a chain restaurant. Yo, y'all wildin'. Y'all are wildin'. These are really nice restaurants. All right. But these are all chain restaurants y'all talking about. But we're gonna make sure that we keep things on the up and up on this channel. All right. So thanks to everybody coming through. We got 35 people in here. Make sure you smash the like button. I'm sitting here I'm actually looking at some, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Ladies that are currently in the chat, I'm only asking you to give one, and let's see if y'all can give a realistic one. Give me a realistic, since we're making a list of where women won't go on the first date. Give me a realistic place you would not go. I'm gonna ask you, name a place or a scenario you don't want to be involved in on a first date. Let's chop that up. Give me a name or a scenario you don't want to be involved in on a first date. Jerusalem, do nothing. Mm-hmm. Darius, you got problems, boy. If somebody want to meet at Chuck E. Cheese, I'm gonna think fishier things are going on. Lauren, what the hell, man? You got to come up and explain this to me. I do not like this outlook of no coffee dates. Coffee dates are literally the perfect date. They can be done in the daytime, which is safe. Good God, which is safe for women. Most people can drink coffee or tea or water, or they can find something else to drink, or seek some other kind of refreshment, or eat a muffin or whatever the hell. Coffee dates are no pressure. All right, goddamn it. She said, I don't like the smell of coffee. Tea shop then, okay? Tea shop. Inexpensive, no pressure. And the reason why I'm going to teach my daughter this exact method to go on coffee dates or tea dates or something of the sort is that when these dates are low cost and the man keeps showing up, he's not trying to impress you or push you into a bigger date scenario, that keeps you safe as a woman. Listen, you have heard many of people say it, and I've said it. We've said some toxic shit. If I spend $300 on a date, fellas, can you finish my sentence? If I spend $300 on a date, she giving up that ass or nah? Fellas, $300. If I spend, nah, man, because when I was younger, because y'all like going all out, I just mentioned it. I took this girl to McCormick's and Smith's. To me, I had been eating there. I went to a birthday party there, somebody's birthday dinner, rather. And I was like, ooh, I forgot. I like crab cakes. So I'm from the East Coast, right on the Chesapeake Bay, Atlantic Ocean. So I've eaten a lot of the best seafood. I even went back home, and that was the first thing I had was some she crab soup and a crab cake sandwich. Waterman's, Virginia Beach. All right. But I took this girl there. She had like she never been somewhere so nice. Start ordering everything. Can I have this? Can I have this too? Man, that bill was like $210. And she and of course, she gonna say it in the car like, "Whoo, that was such a nice date. Thank you. I hope you don't think you getting some ass, right?" All right, I want y'all to guess what I said. And this was in college, by the way. So I'm just a young 20 something. I was a senior at the time. This was my roommate's, his girlfriend's roommate. One of the little nicest, looking girls. Everybody, she's just one of those bookworm study types, but her body was crazy. I said, like, I gave her a look. I'm sorry, I didn't even say anything. I was driving my little Jaguar S type. Okay. I hope you don't think you're getting some ass. Look, smile, look, look over at her like, yeah. I'm gonna try. But that's what we talking about when we and I did. As a matter of fact, some girls, I think, that aren't trying to use you, they already know what's up. Some girls are actually doing that for the fact that they know they're about to give you some ass. So shit, I'm gonna get something out of this too. I think we already knew that. That energy, that tension was there pre-date. Leading up to the date, it was there. All her friends was like, yeah, you probably gonna give him some ass. Well, that's what my roommate's girlfriend told me. They were like, ain't nobody in campus be hitting that. You a lucky man. I know. But the more important moral of the story is it takes pressure off. When men spend money like that, they expect something. And I really want you to understand that that is the transaction of dating. You do and agree to make this a transaction of sorts. You've already agreed to it. You as a woman should be constantly, if you want to understand a man, if you want to get out there with him, get to know him better, pick his brain, ask him the right questions, do that shit in the daytime. Do it in his or your natural environment. Make them uncomfortable a little bit. Bring them somewhere where your friends already are after you've seen them a couple times. See how he can navigate that type of situation. Hey, I'm gonna be real. That situation is make or break for a lot of people. Bring a dude around your friend. Oh God, some dudes screw that all the way up. Some girls screw it all the way. Girls are a little better because dudes aren't really on no BS. But that dude meet your girlfriend's thing. Oh boy, that some dudes they don't know what to do in that situation. Man, all y'all just be asking me all these questions. Like some dudes just go, y'all might want to get that done earlier. Be careful out here. So yeah, Lauren. Oh, mall dates are fun. I like to people watch, help spark convo. Mall dates are fun. They were fun anyway when I used to do them. But here's the thing about the mall. Here's the thing about the mall, and no, it applies to both men and women. Check this out, Lauren. If you are a popular guy that's dating, or you're dating multiple women, stay away from the mall. Interestingly enough, I just went home. And one of the funnier stories from somebody I saw at homecoming is that every time she sees me, she asks, where your girl at? Not my wife, but she asked when me and her were dating, I was dating another woman. Me and the first girl I'm mentioning went to the mall on a mall date. I said, I need to get something from the mall. She said, yes, I need to get something too. This skirt just dropped. What's that damn store? Arden B. This skirt from Arden B. I've been looking for it. I think she said they have it in stock by Thursday. We run right into the other girl I was dating. Right into her. Right into her. Like walking to Arden B and they just there. So this is my face. Like, oh. You know that face a dude make when he caught. That the mall is the most likely place for that shit to happen. You are going to get spotted if you're dating multiple women. So I don't know. And like I said, if you're dating multiple men too, women, you better watch out for that one, because the reason I don't like it is because even though you're not committed to anybody at the time, those women don't behave like that. They do not behave like that. Till this day, those ladies hate each other because that sparked a controversy that lasted. This was 2013, 2012, 2013. They still don't like each other to this day. And one of them just got married a few weeks ago. So I don't give a damn. That led into, so this is the other chick he's dating. Cool. She acted like she didn't care. Then I had a going away party from me moving to Houston. And one was invited, the other one crashed it. Like I said, you too popular. This person know that person. I invite that person, so she tag along. Crash my damn party. And while I'm talking to the girl I'm getting closer to, and have kind of already dismissed the other chick, this chick come between us and sit on my lap. So and they were about to fight in that little party because of that. So till this day, they don't like each other. She says she see her all the time. And she like, what's up? What's up? So yeah, going to the mall will get you caught up. That has sparked one of the most meaningless rivalries. And they're both accountants. Like, can y'all imagine that? Very accomplished women. One has her own budding tax service. The other one is a corporate accountant. Y'all are both accountants acting like hood rats when y'all see each other. This shit is crazy to me. High level, master's level accountants, certified CPAs. You know, one work for like Price Waterhouse Coopers. Like what you doing trying to fight like a Hey, Lauren, it has been long determined that I do have a type, but they're not accountants. If you want to say my type is professional woman, then yeah, that's my type. I've always liked women with something going on like that for themselves. Always. My man Ikene, thank you for saving me, man. I was drowning, man. I was about to. What's going on, my brother? How's the baby? Oh, absolutely. Oh, I can't hear you.
My bad. Sorry about that.
Lauren, I have always loved intelligent women. Always
Then,
loved intelligent women. One of the it's gonna come to me, but I don't like it when people conclude, especially about Africans. Let me debunk. Let me debunk that one thing once and for all. Because someone said it might have been on This Might Be Risky, or you're African, so you don't promote the freedom of women or something crazy. Do you not know that the number one highest achieving educated black woman in this country is a Nigerian woman? And she got most of that vigor from her father, who told her to go be excellent, who told her, who made her stay in the house and study, who put her head in that book or that book to her head and say, you sit here, read the book, and don't get up till you finish. So you see what I'm saying? Like it really, it's a mystery to me how I watch men promote the excellence. They single-handedly set it up themselves of women. I have always loved intelligent women. Always. What it really is, and I think this is a moment to really shed some light on this, is that when an intelligent woman takes that gift, she takes all that she's nurtured and cultivated in her mind to put it into the family, meaning the family she builds with you, and to have that vigor to build your situation up as a team, there's nothing better than that. But what we don't like is when they use all of that against us as men. You get what I'm saying, Lauren? Where it's like, now that you are intelligent, you're my enemy. You're not my ally. Now you're trying to poke at everything I say to see if there's holes in it so you can seem smarter than me. And that's the part we don't like. That's what you see me on here on YouTube attacking. Lady D says, my Ethiopian dentist is young, smart, no children, owns a strip mall with the family tax service, cell phone, etc. hand because she is brown, cannot find a man. Oh, she's a woman. You know what? You know what, Lady D? It's her fault she can't find one. It's her fault. Because this is the one thing I think there's a little nuance here. Don't get me wrong. Don't get mad. Listen to me. The one thing that I'm gonna get through y'all head, and I need y'all to tell the young ladies, you can do both. Imagine, so I guarantee you this Ethiopian dentist you talked about blocked her own blessings. The man she was supposed to marry, she discarded him. She said she wasn't ready. She said she had other things on her mind. I like my freedom. I'm in the middle of a business venture. That's the part we don't talk about. A lot of women on the West pretend they can't do both. Like, you have to do it one at a time. You are supposed to do both. I could cultivate my dreams and my career while cultivating my marriage. I can do both.
Look at it.
I can walk and chew gum.
Look at it this way, Trigger Mike. There is nothing that is called freedom. There is God-given freedom, which is the freedom we've always exercised. Nobody has ever taken that from us, both men and women. And those God-given freedom was something that our ancestors put in us. And we've used that for thousands of years through our existence until the feminists showed up. When you hear a woman says in the West, freedom, she just means freedom to have sex with whoever she wants to and not be judged and not be condemned. Freedom to be a 304 any day she wants and then decide who she wants to marry. She wants that freedom to be able to run herself down, do all the bad shit she has to do, and then come and say, hey, Trigger Mike, you're going to be my husband. And you can say shit about it, and you become a husband by saying, yes, man. That's the freedom she's looking for.
Yeah.
Not freedom for you as a man to thrive. No. Not freedom to be the best version of herself. Not freedom to be able to raise a good family. Not freedom to be able to raise good kids. Not freedom to be able to put those kids through school. and make them the best version of the society, to make them productive to the society, make them to be the future of tomorrow. No, it's freedom for her to be a 3 or 4 and come back and do whatever she wants to do, live life however she wants to live, the mama have abortion whenever she wants to and however she want to have an abortion, and still have kids when she wants to, and marry and dump your ass when she wants to, and pick you back up when she wants to, and dump you again and pick you back. That's the kind of freedom she wants.
Agreed. Agreed. Ashton, we got to do a thorough check of everybody coming on the show. Go ahead and cam up for me real quick, so I know it's you, and I'll let you on. Just throw me a peace sign, Chief. All right, bet. That's a live Ashton right there. What's going on, bro?
Hold on, Trigger Mike. My phone acting stuck. Get my hair done. Give me 1 sec. I'm trying to get it
No
like
doubt,
y'all.
you
How
got it.
y'all been?
Hey
Yeah,
man, chill.
your hair is nappy, bro.
What you say, Egan? You talking shit late at night?
No.
Can,
What did
can you
I
ask the
say?
question? Can you ask
I
the question one
forgot.
more time, Trigger? Because you know Egan be talking these long essays that make you get the whole topic.
Nah, we talking about right now. We were discussing. Man, what we were just talking about freedom.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Egan just be
No, we were talking about women's freedom and what do they actually want freedom for, need it for, or freedom to do what exactly. So I was saying that Lady D was saying that she has a Ethiopian dentist that's a serial entrepreneur, but she cannot find a man. And I basically said that lady probably, like most women like her, went all in on achievement, acting like they couldn't walk and chew gum and find a man at the same time. So that's and most of the women I know, I just left homecoming with half the student body. Most of the women I know came from college, the professional meaning. The professionals I know, I knew them in college. And the bulk of the ones that are not married are just like that. That is their calling card. They love to advertise themselves as work only, career oriented. I'm all in this. The job is my life type of women. And that's wrong because immediately what you're saying when you do that is I'm not better than an African woman. I'm not as good as an Indian woman, and I'm not good as an Asian woman because they can walk and chew gum at the same time. And their majors are harder than yours. They got doctors that are married by the time they done with residency. So I don't want to hear that. You can cultivate your career and a meaningful relationship that will lead to marriage at the same time. That's what we need to start teaching our girls. What do you think?
uh I agree, Trigger Mike, but I mean for women it's like they it it's like they are instructed to go this route that they going, like that whole career path, and you don't need a man. Like us as men, it's for us to progress or get promoted. We are never told to not date or don't keep your mind off women like this. We never heard a manager say that, but I have heard a lot of women managers tell the another female employee like, don't keep this is not the time to get pregnant, this is not the time to get married. That's the way to get promoted or advance. It I can't even just blame like the women that think like that, because it's like it's instructed for them to do that, like, and it's, if that makes sense, like I didn't think they, I can't even think like I can't even claim like they just bring that or make up that out of thin air. Like it's like underlying suggested to them, and
Mm.
it's they want the freedom to basically just have enough rope to hang themselves.
Let me put it this way. Right? We know that Like Lady D just said in the chat, she said that the girl studied has her eyes whatever she said that the girl studied really good. She put a lot of hours, studying. But the thing is this, in the last 40 years, more black women have been putting many hours studying. Not all. More black women have put many hours studying, but less hours learning how to cook, how
Mm.
to clean, how to better themselves for the man that will make her a wife. But she is ready to study to become the best version of herself at work, but never the best version of herself in her husband's house. So make that make sense to me. So this girl that you're telling us about, like Lady D argument doesn't hold water at all. Lady D never said, oh, this Ethiopian girl spent 6 hours, 3 hours learning how to cook learning how to come up with a food or a dish, a food item that will make her husband feel happy. No, what she told us is this. She spent hours studying to get paid by the white man or her boss, right? But not cooking, not cleaning, not learning how to be the best version for her husband. Because our women prepare themselves for the marketplace, but they don't prepare themselves for the husband place. They don't.
So you know this is so they'll get upset when we say that you need to prepare yourself for your husband. But I want women to look at it this way because one of the things that I'm noticing as I'm taking a more in depth look, even though women are either rejecting becoming wives or finding it hard to acquire that title or being given that title by a man, they're still becoming moms. And what I noticed is that this
Shit.
lifestyle that they've all bought into, it's all related. It's all relative because if you're not focused on being the best wife, remember those two titles they're usually interchangeable. They're usually seen together. Wife, mother. That's how it's been since the beginning of time. A woman who it just 50 years ago, maybe 60 years ago, it used to be serious taboo to see a woman walking around with a newborn without a ring on her finger, or you better go hide somewhere, you know, in most parts of the world. So we're just getting out of that time now. And what I'm realizing is if you don't prioritize learning how to be a wife, we can likely take a close look and realize some of these women have serious deficits as mothers as well. They do.
But
Look at how those duties are interchangeable. Ikene, Ashton, if a woman doesn't cook, what are the chances her children going to have serious obesity
not
issues?
100%.
Like damn near. You see what I'm saying? It's an almost automatic certainty. Forget me, forget the husband. What are your kids gonna eat?
I
You
gotta
see what
say, I gotta say 1,000%. The reason why I say 1,000%, if you don't cook, number one, you're gonna have kids that are not gonna think right. And then you're gonna have kids that are gonna have like obesity, yes, 100%, but there are other things beside obesity. These kids are messed up. They're gonna be seriously messed up because I gotta tell you this, right? Do you know the kind of chemicals that are in the food that we eat
oh yeah.
outside the house? Why is this kid 7 foot tall? Like when we look at people that are 7 foot tall, we're like, oh shit, he's tall. We look at guys that are 6'5", 6'8". Oh, he's tall. But then when they turn 50, they start having health issue.
You know
And
they die sooner? I didn't know that. All of them die sooner.
they die soon. And then guess what happened? Then they have a bent like you see their waist bent, and then they walk like this. People think
Mhm.
is a stylish walk. No, the guy has a serious medical issue. By the time he turns 65, he can't walk anymore. He's messed up. He can't even come outside the house. Because you know why? These men are far taller than they're supposed to be. because of all the bad food, all the hormone growth food that they ate, because somebody want them to be tall, but it's health issue, health problem coming all the time. When you are 6'5", 240, 250 pounds, you are toast. You're not supposed to be fat when you're tall. You're supposed to be more skinny. The taller you are, the skinnier you're supposed to be.
But I mean,
Trey, I
hey,
see
and
you in the
Trigger,
back.
can y'all really
Cam up for
blame?
me so I know you're a real person. Trey, I see you in the back. What's going on? Give me a
Can
peace
y'all?
sign, dog.
Okay.
All right, bet. What's going on with you? Oh, go ahead, Ashton.
Can we really blame women today when I mean, in my area that I grew up in, like every woman that has a child today, like all of them can come back and say for a fact that Big Mama or Grandmama told them, "Don't worry about a man, go to school." Almost every last one of them. Like, can we really blame them for not being constructed to
Uh,
want to get married? In?
you know what? I will say, yeah. We can still blame them, bro. Now it's not even so. So here's what that is supposed to do. Essentially, I wouldn't have any smoke. I would not have any smoke if there were never children involved. If like you usually hear me say it too. I don't have any smoke for a woman that knows that doesn't want a man but also doesn't want kids. That lady is free to do whatever she want, work to support yourself, build a substantial retirement, go on every vacation, buy the around the world ticket from American Airlines if you want to. You are not a burden to the world. But the rest of the women doubled down. They not only took that to get their education, they start having behaviors that affect the community at large. So now you went and took that, don't worry about a man, just get your education, to I'm going to skip the man but not the mother part. So now I'm going to put
I agree.
kids onto this earth knowing that kids go wayward without a father present in their life, right? So I'm gonna start off behind the finish line, like you should have way behind the finish line, and that is a part of the degeneracy that perpetuates itself, that we just keep letting them champion because because I think they lean on your excuse, like you said, Ashton. Well, nobody told me to prioritize. Let me get a piece on Triple Black.
Trigger,
Yeah.
you drop the link one more time. I'm finna restart my phone.
I got
It
you. I
keep.
got you.
All right, thank you.
But for real, that is the only reason. It's not even about blame. Right now, it's almost as if we see them behaving with impunity. Once. Let me tell you something about like hoeing or going out here and smashing a bunch of women when you're a dude. I stopped doing that once I realized what I was doing. You see what I'm saying? I realized that messing with a bunch of women is essentially messing with their heads. I only explained it to myself that I wasn't doing anything wrong because the women were eager. Sometimes they were the aggressor, right? So I'm not doing anything wrong. They coming over here. They don't. But no. Once you see that, no matter how you do it, it's like playing with their minds. It's putting them in like some kind of circus, and this is bad for the community. I'm having a hard time finding a wife. I'm having a hard time with intimacy. I stopped. I stopped. That is what I cannot say for many of the women out here. They recognize the bullshit that they doing, and they doubling down and they keep on going. Let me get more of that, Chief. Another order of that. See, like that's the smoke that I got with
But
them.
let me ask you a question. If you're going into a fight and you think that you have the fighter's punch at any moment, would you ever stop doing what you're doing?
Mm.
I'm just asking the general question because I think that the women have been emboldened enough to where they feel like, because I mean you can have a 300-pound woman that's going to get enough attention on social media to where she thinks she has a fighter's punch. I mean, do you think, like in human nature, that knowing that you have a fighter's punch at any moment, would you ever stop fighting like you're fighting?
No.
So
No.
it kind of almost falls back on the men for being too thirsty, if you think about it.
Oh yeah. I will say this. It's a more of a dual issue. It's a dual issue going on. So because when I hear people when they say it falls back on the men, but what type of man? There will always be simps out here. So we will never correct all men. The good thing is that the society corrects and balances itself. Even though women can get men to embolden them, it's ultimately never going to be the men that they want. It's not going to be the more competent, the more disciplined, the men that facilitate dreams and propel their family into generational way. It will never be those dudes. They literally get the leftovers of dudes agreeing with them. So
Yeah.
basically, yeah, go ahead.
No, what I'm saying is with women, they are inherently okay with the 90-10 rule or even the 80-20 rule. They may not admit it, but they're okay with it. Like men, we kind of almost feel like, because the thing about it in men, our mindset is there's an imbalance there. You know what I'm saying? Because we think logically. For them, they can't really see the imbalance, and they'll fight against. Like for instance, when you kind of give them the numbers, they will fight against the damn numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, you know what? If there's 10 men in the room, you know what? 2 of them, all of you guys are fighting for, and they be like, nah. Like, nah. I mean, but as men, we kind of almost know that imbalance. And there's kind of, I don't even think there's even a way to kind of re-engineer them to really understand the imbalance. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're kind of almost fighting a losing battle because their nature is their nature. You know what I'm saying? They go with their feelings. You know what I'm saying? Us trying to rationalize to them is kind of like it's never going to happen. It's just really never going to happen. I'll just put it like that. It's just not going to happen.
Got you. Trey F, you got anything?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna respond to the gentleman. This sort of comment on what the gentleman was saying in regards to women. There could be a change in the tide, and men are doing this, but I think this space allows men to be more forward about it and upfront about it. And I've only seen this as a phenomenon over the last 30, 35 years. It was a completely different dating game in the 80s, in the 90s. Men, even raised by single mothers, were held at a high standard. They demanded respect from the women that they were dating. Women, although they were looking to go, because college enrollment increased by like 300% back in the 80s. That late age, everybody was trying to go to college. Military enrollment increased. Skilled trade labor enrollment increased. Everybody was out there trying to get a career started. That's why you see now a lot of guys and women in their 50s, they feel like they've accomplished something. That's why a guy really feel more confident when he gets to that time, but he's put in 25 years of work. And everything was rolling along. We were coming out of school at a high rate, 80%, graduating almost at 100%, 98% out of high school, from masters to, bachelor's to masters, at least 30, from 50 to 30%, the higher you went up. But guys were still getting those skilled trades and they were being successful. They were able to obtain their own place, their own home, their own car. And it was pretty much a balance. And then here comes crack. Crack tore it all up. A lot of this is a result of those kids are now adults. And they have been fighting since mama was taken out of the house with the drug. Remember, feminism, Section 8, welfare took the daddy out the house. Now you got crack, took the mama out the house. And a lot of these women and men, they've been growing up fighting each other as brother and sister. They know, especially I've listened to these individuals in these neighborhoods. Everybody struggled, but it was a lot of chaos going on for the last 25, 30 years. And now people are starting to see and being able to connect 4 or 5 hours, 6 states away, so it's like you see like, oh, everybody struggled. Everybody is in this because it sort of scares me that our strongest age groups are not that they're not dating, they're not even getting along. And we talk about building these legacies, but we all know that takes time. That takes 15, 20 years. A lot of guys, they still learning how to be guys. They they still walk around in and and jeans hanging off their cheeks at
that's
40
a
years
word
old.
though. I'm not gonna lie, that's a word.
What's
We're pushing the envelope, talking about marriage. These people don't even know how to talk to each other in a courteous manner on the street. Good God Almighty! No, that was a word for real. For real.
But they
Let me get to
still
the
come
super
from.
chat real quick.
I'm sorry.
Get a super chat real quick. My man Savage, what's going on, brother? $5 says there was a study that came out in the last year that shows women double down on their mistake and bad outcomes instead of changing behavior. These are the things that I already knew. No study needed to say it, Savage. I already knew that. You know what? Do you know what will make you understand this better than anything? Marriage. Being married will make you like, she think I'm stupid. She just go, because she won't admit it, she think argument's over. Boy, ain't nothing like stalling your woman out till she got to apologize. You're like, this lady think I'm stupid. She thinks she ain't going to apologize for that shit. All right. Yeah, they will double down. They will. Well, what about the microwave? They'll change the subject. But nope. I need that apology. All right, let me get this question started. EBD, welcome, my man. So, have you heard about this first date list of places women aren't going?
I heard the list. I didn't hear the full list, but I heard there was a list. What was
Still, contextually speaking, we know it's some bullshit. So, what are your thoughts on the first date no-go lists at large? What do you think this even means for the dating game in general?
First of all, it sounds like no first date. Second of all, to even have a qualifier for, where I'm not, what it sounds like is what I'm not gonna do, or what you ain't gonna do, or where you ain't gonna take me. It's that same monocle attitude that women have these days about what it ain't gonna be. And if their thoughts is what it ain't gonna be, then there's gonna be no date. You're gonna be alone because you ain't gonna get married. You ain't gonna have no man. You're not gonna have a family. Like you're not gonna be able to acquiesce to a woman's demands and think that it's going to be a stable, healthy, and cooperative relationship. Straight off the bat, I mean, you're the one doing the approaching. You're the one doing the asking. You're the one who has to do the pursuing, right? If they're coming back to you saying, oh, okay, well, if you want to go on a date, here are the places where you're not taking me. Yeah, you can forget that. I'll be like, deuce, I'll figure it out over here. And so this is another reason why more mature men and older men are going for younger women, because they're not coming up with this crap. It's only going to be the older women who overvalue themselves and have a self-inflated ego, thinking that I am too good to show up at a place for you to take me to dinner, which is kind of like my treat. You're going to tell me how to give you your treat. Like, that's not happening. It's just not. It's just another, for me, it's another disqualifier. It means I don't need to deal with you. I don't need to talk to you. And I'll tell my next man and my next man not to mess with you either.
All right.
You guys got to look up the race to the bottom. That whole concept, the race to the bottom. This is what is happening. And the thing about it is the top 1%, or the top 10% is definitely benefiting for that. So, I mean, I can't really explain it in a palatable, way to because everybody get triggered. It's like, especially the women get triggered. It's like they're trying to force the hand of the men that they want, and it's not going to happen. It's just actually going to make shit worse for them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I got that theory too. Triple Black.
it's never happened in history. That's the worst.
Right.
That's the worst part about it. When women really look at it, when have men ever been like, you know what? I'll change for you. You're right. You're right. Like never in history have competent men who can get the woman they want. Ms. Polly, haven't seen you here before. Can I get up 5 fingers from you? Make sure you're real. All right, sorry. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on YouTube these days. We want to make sure. But welcome.
How are you?
I'm good. I want to get to my man Trey here. He looked like the carpet bomber. Before he turned on the light, I was pretty sure he was hiding a body or something.
Listen, I'm at the gym where most of you fat bodies don't ever go.
You know what? That's where I need to be with my fat ass.
Exactly.
You right?
That's where I'm at the gym, and I ducked into the little massage area so I could come in and tell you guys what I think about women and their list.
I went to the gym in my hotel over the weekend. Man, I did those bar. I did like 1 to 30. Never start that working out on your old weight.
Bars?
Yeah. Shut your ass up. I never start back at the gym on your old weight. Like, you used to take the 50s and my chest was tore up. I was
you literally got to start from the beginning and work your way back.
Damn, boy. Yeah, you got it, man.
Well, I mean, listen, I love it when women talk. I think we do too much talking as men. I think we don't allow the women to talk enough. And one of the things I loved about Kevin Samuels is that he shut the hell up and let them talk, and they wound up snitching on themselves. One of the things that I like about what Fresh and Fit do is they let them talk. We don't do enough of allowing women to hang themselves. So when they make these lists, it just confirms to me that my approach and my strategy to dating in 2023 is the proper way. It's the most effective way. It's just confirming what I already know. These women are not marriageable. They don't want to be marriageable. They don't care to be marriageable. The fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, a date going anywhere, doing anything matters. It doesn't matter as long as you like the guy. It doesn't matter what you do. The sole purpose of you going on the date is for you to get to know the man. It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with venue. It has nothing to do with experience. You are there to find out whether or not this man is compatible enough for you guys to move forward. That's the whole purpose of this. And so when you start making these lists talking about we ain't gonna go here and we're not gonna go there, thank you. As a man, thank you. I appreciate it because I already knew that. Now, what's irritating me is the men who are looking at this list and going, well, I mean, I could probably still take her here though, because that's not on the list. Like you dudes that think like that, like drive me insane. Like, well, this place wasn't on the list, so I could. No, what's happening? Obviously, this isn't all women. I don't want to throw all women in this. Nothing's absolute, right? There are women who vehemently disagree with this list. I understand that. But when this happens, I think that we need to look at it for us single men. I can't speak for the men who are married and in relationships. For us single men, we need to take it and look at it. I was on another panel and I called for a strike. Just stop taking them all out on dates. Just stop. And see how long they last. Women forget, you're on the clock, sweetheart. I'm not. I'm 38 years old. I could effectively keep playing the game for another 20 years and I'll be fine. I'll be just fine. You can't play the game for the next 20 years.
I mean, I just have one question. Can
you let me finish before you ask your question?
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to start this again. Go ahead, Trey.
I know. I'll finish so Triple Black. I'll finish so Triple Black and ask his question.
Yeah.
It's very simple. Women are like roses and men are like trees. You guys
who is pissing Trey off?
You guys bloom fast and you're beautiful, but you're only beautiful and blooming fast for a short amount of time. Eventually, you will wither away and you will die. Men, it takes us a while for us to mature and become tall.
I'm gonna have to use
but when
one.
we're up and we're tall, we reach our maturation. We can provide cover and resources for decades. That's how it works. That's just the way it works.
I'm gonna have to use that one. I hope you don't got that one on copyright, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Triple Black. I'm listening.
The only thing that's disheartening about this shit is like you have a list for all women. We already know what the trope and who this whole list is attached to. I mean, I could be capping, but which race of women is this list attached to? And they don't even know it.
You know what? This is a good segue for me to get this super chat, and then we're gonna get Miss Polly in on this because that's a good question. If you don't, we're not picking on you, but I think you're gonna have some good perspective on this. Advanced perception, $5. Real talk. The list is just to disqualify the men they don't want. The niggas they want, usually Pookie, can take them anywhere he damn well pleases. That might be some truth to that because Trey kind of hit on it. Let me say that Trey kind of hit on it because the reason the list grosses me out is because every girl I've ever dated followed me to where I was already going. It wasn't even, I don't even remember planning many dates. It's like, well, when are we gonna spend time together? But look, I'm gonna be here at this hour. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come scoop you. You ride with me. That's how that shit goes. I could be going to fucking Applebee's. I could be going to, she just want to be around your boy. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I'm like, list. Boy, I'm out the game, and I'm glad to be out the game. But we're gonna get Miss because I couldn't deal with this. It'd be some God, nah. I couldn't even tell you. But please, Miss Polly, what are your thoughts on this first date no-go list?
Is it Miss Polly like as in polyamorous? Good for you.
I see Trey looking at that bus line. I didn't think it was possible to see what somebody was looking at on.
Hold on. You gonna
look
call
at
me
the
out?
direction of his eye.
I seen Miss Polly on
put it
Daryl's
there.
channel. She pretty
Look
cool.
at his eye direction. What do you think he's looking
could
at?
easily put on a hoodie. She chose not to. She wants me to look, so I'm gonna look.
The lighting
you are leaning in kind of close. You are leaning in kind of close.
Trey, you becoming the villain. What's going on, brother?
He like
they
it.
say if you live long enough, you see yourself become the villain.
He like it there.
Love it.
Let's let Miss Polly get in here. Go ahead. You on mute. Yeah, I can't unmute you.
There you are. There you go.
Yeah, okay. I'm there. Okay, I'm sorry. I got like
I was a little afraid of what your voice is gonna sound like. Like, what does she come out like? Yeah, guys.
My appearance.
I was like,
all
right, go ahead.
It doesn't.
The
list.
Like,
yeah.
No,
I don't like the list myself, but I don't like the list myself because, like you said before, if I like someone, I'm gonna go wherever they want to go. Like, you want to take me somewhere, it's about like being with you and having an experience with you, and kind of seeing what you do. I think a lot of women aren't trying to connect with men that way. Like, I want to see what you're about. Like, I want to see what you do all the time. I'm gonna observe you at first. I'm not gonna really do a lot of input at first because I want to see. I can show you me too, but I want to see because you've already at that point. If you're asking me out, you've already chosen me.
Okay.
I'm just seeing
like
if I should choose
I'm not gonna lie. I like that, but Payne.
But you don't think? I mean, let me ask you a question. You don't think there's like some re-engineering involved because we know women have a problem with like refocusing and doing all that type of stuff. Do you almost feel like they're like the sisterhood is a very powerful force, right? And they know women are inherently like you guys are opposed to going against the sisterhood. So when the sisterhood puts up a prop and says, you know what, you need to follow this shit, like do you almost feel like that because of the sake of the sisterhood, you don't want to go against it?
I think those women, they don't want to go against it. They don't want to be the person that when we're all in discussion, I'm trying to exclude myself because I'm not in that group of people. But
right.
But if you're all together, you don't want your your friends to say, oh, you ain't letting that man do this for you, blah 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 blah, and then you look stupid. You don't want to feel stupid in that group of women or wherever you are.
I mean, but do you think that that's kind of controlling though? Because the thing about it is the sisterhood can put up any type of bullshit, and because women are inherently agreeable. And you don't want to go against the sisterhood. So they can just say, you know what? We're all going to jump off a bridge. And if you don't jump off a bridge, you'll pick me. I mean, is that going to influence a whole bunch of women?
In my monogamous mind, I'm going to say women are naturally supposed to follow. So that they follow with each other, like you don't have no leaders of the sheep. They just running around wild.
But why do they always talk about how men are controlling when they're controlling women's minds with, you know, different concepts and shit?
I think there's
It's
a
women
miscommunication
empowerment, not
between what is
controlling.
controlling. What is controlling? I don't think controlling and being a leader are two separate things. There's a confusion of what that is. You can be a leader, and leaders have to make tough choices. They have to say no because that's what they're supposed to do.
Mm.
That's what it's supposed to be. So it's not being controlling when you're trying to make sure that the people who are following you are going to get it together and make the right decisions, because they're the ones following you. If you fuck up, sorry, my language, if you mess up, everybody's screwed. So you have to make the hard decisions. And I think some women confuse making hard decisions with being controlling. And that's not the case.
Okay, so if the sisterhood is trying to lead most women into a burning building, do you think majority of women will go, or less than majority of women will go?
Yeah, because they told you there's flowers inside. Just being honest. The building's not on
look
fire.
at it. Look at it this way, guys. Look at it this way. Let me say this. All of us know that when you look back, if you're single now, look back to your.
Deacon, did you just cut off this black goddess,
No,
God-fearing woman?
No. I'm adding more to her, to what she's saying. So so that she can continue. So what I'm saying is that if you look at your ex-girlfriend, you look at your ex-wife, there is something that they have in common: shame. Like Kevin Samuel said, they need to be right. Women shame men and women shame each other. So the thing about it is that when a woman shames a man kind of freezes. It takes a man months or years to then fight back. But when she shames another woman, that woman stays in line. So that's what women are good. That is why those women that know how to gaslight, they become more manipulative. They learn this from childhood. They know how to gaslight. You that is her husband, right? She will gaslight you, piss you off until the day you lose it. And when you lose it, it's either you leave the marriage or you're in jail. But her girlfriend, when she gaslights her girlfriend don't want to be gaslighted by her. So she stays in line. She stays in line. So that's what goes on. That is why you see women stay in line, because of what? They don't want to deal with her bullshit. That's what we have to understand.
Can I get a piece in there before we go down this rabbit hole?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Hey, listen, this sisterhood is bullshit. It's only a thing of convenience. Stop the bullshit. They only loyal to each other until there's a dick around that they want. It's all bullshit, right? Every woman, when the man that she wants, if he gives her attention, she doesn't give a shit about sisterhood. Let me tell you that. And the other problem is this list. The only thing about the list that is very troubling and disturbing is how much fucking energy men are giving it. It's all bullshit. If I have money I'm gonna spend, a woman's gonna go where I want to go, or she could kiss my ass. That's as simple as that. What are we talking about? I mean, the list is, somebody put some list together, and we got everybody everywhere acting like it's some kind of manifesto. It's just a list of bullshit. And you know, we're responding to it. I mean, it's good for talking points, but it's meaningless. It's absolutely meaningless, and the only energy it has is what we give it. That's it. You know, and that's how I look at it. And, you know, I mean, I'm not saying anything profound. I'm just saying it. And there's no sister code. It's only sister code of convenience when it's gaslighting men or it's some other bullshit. But for the most part, women are on their own, and they all know it, right? And they just say stuff on the panels like there's some kind of code, right? If they, for the men that they like, they're gonna do whatever they want for the men that they like. It doesn't matter what the sister code is or no. That's just all bullshit.
I gotta disagree with you, Payne. The
Yeah, I
sisterhood is
disagree
getting
too.
stronger and stronger. Like it's at an all-time high, and
That's
they
that's
actually
okay. You disagree. I mean, that's what the panels are for. That's just what I think.
All right, let me get these super chats.
Rich, what do you think a 25-year-old man thinks about that list? Because see, you coming from it from a man who's been married for a few decades. And
let me
at
get
it
then before the Pearl Harbor bombing.
You can answer. Let me get these super chats. Savage Red says, my wife isn't going. My wife ain't going either. Big Ant, $10. I agree with Trey. Get back in the gym, Trigger. Mike, I just ran 12 miles. First off, why you running 12 miles? That shit bad for your knees, bro. And still a player, and you could be a player too. I think you exaggerating that 12 mile number. The niggas just be saying anything on YouTube. If you ran 1.2, you ran 1.2. Stop lying. That shit ain't say no 12. Cross country running ass. My man.
Is anymore?
You know one thing that makes me laugh. People lie too much, man. Man, I've been running all my life. When you hit 3 miles, either on the street or on the gym, right? Man, you born at 3 miles. 4 miles, you like gone. Maybe you rode a bike 12 miles. You rode a bike for 12 miles.
Aren't you African?
Yeah.
I'm African, man. If an African man can run 12 miles, what the hell do you think an American man can run 12 miles for?
I be seeing y'all Kenyans be running marathons 26 miles.
He can run 12. He can run 12 miles if it's from child support. He can run that 12 miles if it's from child support.
Yeah, maybe that was what he was running for.
So Trey, what was your question?
Hey, Black Dragon, you can't run fast enough. I guarantee you that.
Well, you know, I was say something because I know you had said earlier that why are the women, like you were kind of saying, like they'll follow suit, but women were taught not to stand out. They were taught to, like, we all kind of the same. Women are kind of the same. They're all shown kind of the same kind of basic skills. Men are taught to stand out. So it's different. We're taught to we kind of all do the same thing. I'm not trying to say right now, but kind of like we're kind of all the same.
Okay, would you agree that most women nowadays, especially with social media, have the same like software setting? You know what I'm saying? They're meant to believe, they kind of almost run on the same operating system, to where, if a man's not providing and doing all this type of shit, blah, 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 he's not taking me on trips, blah, blah, blah. Would you say that most women's default setting is like of abundance? Like, let's just say like Nicki Minaj, Sexy Red, and all those type of women.
Yes, to some degree, yes.
Okay, so that's.
But would you go ahead, bro?
No, I'm just saying that's their whole default.
But I would say most women, if you look at, and maybe it's me, my eyes, the uniform is all the same. Most of the women wear the same type of uniform.
That's true.
I mean, they kind of look alike. They're all trying to wear alike. They're all trying to. They kind of start looking alike. They just all alike.
You know where you're gonna tell tomorrow, Halloween.
Yeah,
like I thought you were a sensible woman. Look at you a hoe today. Where'd you get that outfit from?
But it's been like that since the movie Bounce, '94.
Girls just want to have fun, man. Let them have fun.
You can have
Cindy
fun.
Lauper told y'all that.
I done seen a slutty nun outfit. I didn't know.
You'll see a slutty anything. Freddy, Jason, Krueger, Chucky. You'll see a slutty any outfit. Nurse. I mean, hell. Nurse outfits, I think, is one of the oldest ones. But besides Halloween, when we talk about the sisterhood, when we talk about groupthink, right? Like men have always been taught, men have always been taught from childhood, don't be following behind them other dudes. Don't stay out of gangs, stay out of the troubled influence, go your own way. Don't be in the street. Don't, just because we're always asked the question, if everyone jumped off a bridge, would you? Like, we're always given this monocle of think for yourself and do for yourself as a man. As a man, you got to stand up on your own 2 feet. Women aren't told these things. Women are told something completely different. And from what they learn is that when you have, because I think women are influenced so easily by other women rather than the men or fathers that are around. When a father's around, his only job is to instill both discipline and protection from other men, right? So, you bring home that boyfriend, he don't approve of it. It's for a reason. You can ask why, daddy, why, but he'll tell you, he already knows, this guy ain't no good because he's only after one thing. He's going to leave you. He ain't committed. He ain't real about it. While this one is, right? But from a woman's point of view, when you going to mommy is the one that coddles you all. Oh, it's okay. It doesn't matter. You're pretty anyway. You can do whatever you want, and a man will still accept. Like all of the fairy tales have been told by your mother, while reality has been told by your father. And if fathers are missing in the home and not giving you a sense or a dose of reality, you will grow up and live in the land of make believe your entire life. And then when reality hits you, when we start saying something, you're like, "What the hell?" Like you blow up. You go from 0 to 1,000. Like, what do you mean I ain't the prettiest? Wait. What do you mean I'm not a 10? I'm a 10. I'm always a 10. I've always been a 10. Everyone's told me I was a 10. What do you mean I'm not perfect? So, I mean, even like a hint of reality is too much. It hits like a brick to the face. And I'm sorry for the bad pun, but I mean, it just does. I mean, you've been lied to all your life while we've been told this is reality. You got to deal with it all your life. For women, it's completely different.
Okay,
They're
I'm
always
not. Hey,
all,
I'm
they're
not part of
always
the.
all
I'm not part of
together
the.
when
I'm not
it's
part of the
bad
1%. I
behavior.
mean, I'm not part of the
They
1%.
they reject. There's women who tell other women to do the right thing, and they reject that. They
Okay.
just go to the
No,
passive
they say do what's
position.
right for you,
So
Pain.
and I'm not going to be as long-winded as everybody else. It's still, listen, of course women follow other women, but when they find a man that they want, all that sister code bullshit goes out the door. I don't care if they all look alike. They all love pretty much the same. Like if one guy, you can go and say something to a woman and she could throw up in the back of her throat, and the same guy that she wants could say something to her, and he's all in. And he don't got to pay a dime. You don't have to do nothing. And there's plenty of women out there who tell women the right thing to do, and they ignore that shit and default to the old bullshit that they see in these things. So it's not like they only get bad news. They choose what they want to listen to. And it's not like there's no good women out there telling them what to do right. It is. They ignore it. And that's why I'm
Bro,
saying.
I
So
gotta disagree.
we sit down
Pain.
here and give, there's like some kind of, I mean, the women do what they want to do. I can dig it. So I can't argue with you there. But let's stop giving them more power than they have. There are a lot of people, like children, default to bad behavior because it's the easiest thing to do. But it's not like they don't have opportunity to hear good shit and they ignore it. And the one thing that they hate more than other women telling them what to do is when men tell them what to do.
Okay.
When have you
I have
seen a
one
woman
question.
give
I have
another
one
woman good
question.
advice, Pain?
No, I did.
Just answer that question.
Well, let me. You asked me a question. I'm gonna shut up. I have a whole series of let the women tell.
No, I want
I
you to
have
give
a
me
whole
just one
series of let
example.
the women
No,
tell it.
Pain,
Where it is.
Pain,
Well, you
Pain.
asked me a
I
question.
don't
Let
want
me
the link.
answer,
I don't
man.
want the link to your channel. I want
I'm
you
not
to tell me
giving
the
you the
one
link to my
time
channel. I'm just
you
telling
heard a
you
woman give
that
another
women,
woman good
if
advice,
you let the
Pain.
women tell it, they have to. They don't listen to those ladies. Now, in mass, there are ladies who tell them what to do, the right thing to do. So to say that there's none out there, that's just pure utter. It's just pure bullshit.
Hey,
Anyway,
Pain.
so I'm gonna land it there.
Hey, Pain. Let me ask you. Let me ask you and Trigger Mike, because you guys. I respect you guys. You guys are. I feel like you guys are in the upper echelon of the men that women are kind of looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like in your circle, do you feel like most men, like in your circle, in the upper echelon of men, are looking for the women that purport themselves as like the sexy reds, the whore type women? No, I'm
Is
just
this a
saying.
trick question?
No, I'm just asking
Pussy
because
pink, booty hole brown.
yeah,
Going to my mama house.
Yeah, right.
Shit.
But I mean, okay. If not, it's like, why do they feel like that the men that they're chasing, maybe they're probably not even chasing that. I mean, they kind of purport themselves, because they want the trips and they want all this type of shit. Like, why do they kind of purport themselves as wanting those type of men?
All right. Yeah. Damn. Well, there are so many like red pill narratives. This has been covered so many ways. It's because men have always, first off, men of stature have always smashed. Like, we're only disciplined out into society. If you see I'm not gonna say half. If you see a quarter of my body count, it was a holdover for the night while I was macking on the woman that I was really trying to get. Right. And the bad part about that is that at my peak, top physical shape, I was the man around town, drove the nicest car, all that type of stuff. That woman had no business having access to a man like me. And because I gave her access sexually, she took that sexual attention and started confusing it with relationship attention. So now in her mind, she could create a fake world where I fuck this dude. I'm the same as that bad bitch he's trying to get over there, or his girl with the long ass natural hair. So we created that world by accident. We did that.
He wants, but you want her though. In her mind, you want her. You call her up at 3:30, girl. He wants me.
Mm-hmm.
She's stuck in it, and you done
We
broke her
created
back
that
out
world
4
by
times.
accident. So now, the other end of that is it's not scalable. It's not sustainable because so many women are doing it. Our marriage rate for Black women is down to 26% because we're not marrying them at all. Like they try to get serious relationship. That girl tried to get me to take her out in public, and I was like, "Come on, like, what you want me to do, right?" But the damn, I'm forgetting. The other end of it is somebody else go or fill in the blank.
I'm gonna go real quick. First of all, the only thing I disagree with you is men didn't create the world. Men didn't create that world. You didn't. You think you did because your ego is talking. Women give you sex when they want to give you sex, even the ugly ones, right? So we didn't create it. Men's sexual desires has always been a constant since the beginning of time. It hasn't changed. It's the same. And so if there's sex available, it's because a woman wants to give it to you. It's not because you made her do it. So I don't care whether she's a 10 or a 5 or a 3.
But you have to be a handsome man for her
But
to
let me
want to have
say,
sex.
let me
with
say
you.
this to the other end of what I was going to say. I just remembered it.
I'm glad I jogged your memory.
Yeah, the other half of it is that she thinks she can come back and claim her virtue when she's ready. Somebody told her that she'd still be at her peak attractiveness after 35 years of age. So I can hoe and slore from 20 to 35, but when I'm ready, I can get my virtue back and get the man I want, or the man that's going to take care of me. That is those two things that kind of
I agree with you there. Here's the one thing men did do. Men who dropped their seed in these women so they can have unlimited access to them are the ones who ruined women for the good men. Because that's why a lot of men don't want women with babies, right? Because here's a guy out there who always has some kind of access to you, right? Because you have his kid. You give him the best present you can ever give a man. Legacy, whether he's a Pookie or Ray Ray or a good guy. And so when it comes time for these ladies to settle down, they got 1, 2, 3 kids in tow. They ain't getting the man they want because he wants his own legacy. And above that, he knows that there's other men out there who has access to her, whether it's sexual access or not. If he has access to call her, to make her day miserable, to do all of that shit. And if I'm a regular guy, who wants to put up with that shit? And women, that's where men destroy women. By giving them babies and not keeping the women and the kids. And Trey, you can say all the shit you want, because I bet you made a couple of return visits to your baby mama too.
Blew her fucking back out.
Nope. Hey,
but men just don't break up and leave their family.
No, hang on. My daughter's mother and I have not had sex since we separated, since we broke up. Not even once. And the reason why I refuse to do it is for the reasons why you're talking. I will not do it. I will not have sex with her because I don't want her to ever think that she can. Listen, if you walk away from me, that's exactly what you did. That's exactly what the fuck you did. You walked away. You don't get access to me on any level ever again. You walked away.
I apologize for putting you in that category, brother. I apologize. Anyway, hey, listen, but you're a unicorn because a lot of guys ain't like that.
Yeah, a lot of dudes spanking their
baby. But you guys think the numbers are kind of skewed because if you look at from a historical reference, only about 40%. It said like 40% of men have reproduced throughout history.
Right.
So,
is it wrong for us to even think that, like, even a 50%, 60% number is unrealistic? Especially,
What?
I mean, yeah, I mean, like less than half the men in historical reference has even reproduced.
Yes,
yeah.
that means the women are
Well,
having more kids.
that was when
That means the women are having kids by the same dude.
yeah.
Right.
So
A lot of
half
most women have
the yeah, women having kids by the same dude. It's gonna be, if we were looking at the black community, which is actually very small, it may tick up a little bit because women are using their hypergamy wrong, right? So remember, if they were used, it's 40% when they use their hypergamy the right way. So they're using that shit all the fuck wrong now. Dudes that are never, remember, it was the dudes that qualified to impregnate women had to have something going for themselves. They had to have jobs or a way to sustain it. They had to be able to pay a dowry, all these different world customs and stuff that used to go around. It wasn't Pookie who had on the nicest pair of sneakers that day that was getting some ass. So no, it's gonna be a few, it might be a few more percentage points.
But that number was antiquated because, and I hate to use this reference with slavery, because they used to have breeders. You know what I'm saying? There was a certain class of men that the women had to breed with.
Yeah,
and
don't go,
they have no
don't go all
choice.
the way back
It's
there.
still
Don't go
breeders
all the
out
way
there.
back there.
Let's do what you
Please
think.
don't go all the way
It's
back
still
there.
guys
Let
that are
me
breeders.
just say this to you, Mike, and I will shut up after Trey Ferg. I'll let you go here. The Pookies and the Ray Rays get a misnomer, right? Because the women who have sex with them and have babies by them have a different aesthetic. Those guys meet their aesthetic needs. They might not meet their money needs, but these are the guys who might be gang leaders. They look good. They might be light-skinned, dark, and they got the aesthetics these women want. So they
Man, you
open
a
their
part of the
legs to these
problem.
guys. And money has nothing to do with that shit. So the guys in the top 10% of the bell curve get sex because they are the top 10%. The guys on the bottom 10% who might be leaders in their own right, even if it's in the street, they are smashing a lot of women.
I gotta put it this way. I gotta put it.
But that's why, wait a minute, before you cut me off, Ekene, that's why in Memphis, they could find two Pookies out there, 87 kids.
Hold on, Payne.
87 children.
Don't talk about my city like
87
that.
children.
Oh,
So I know I'm right about that because the statistics are all over the place. It's on both sides of the bell curve. And that 40% brother down there at the bottom that ain't getting laid are in the middle of the bell curve.
Yeah, and Ashton, it don't matter if we talk about your city or not.
Yeah,
that nigga still got 87 kids.
Trick, let me get his ass real quick. What man at the bottom?
And why you got your baby picture up there? Why you got your baby picture up there, Ashton? You got your baby
Ashton,
picture.
you want to get his what?
I'm finna get on his bumper. What man at the bottom down here? Who you talking about?
Hey, I'm gonna shut up. I'm sorry, because we sisters up here. We need to let you talk, boy. I talked enough.
Yeah, let me get this super chat real quick. Advanced perception, $2. What EVD just said also explains red pill ragers. Indeed, hey, dirty folks, I see you in the back. Cam up real quick. We gotta be extra careful. People out here photo bombing, nigga. That was pitched. That was the dark, nigga. That could have been like your meat in the camera. I have no idea. Pause. This dude literally showed me a blank screen, and he's doing it again. I can't see shit. Dirty folks, I can't see shit. I'll let you up when you turn the fucking light off. Please have your clothes on. Please have
put your clothes on, dirty folk.
Let me.
You about to give some people heart attack.
You ain't make Miss Polly put no clothes on.
No, she doesn't have to. She's good.
Sexually liberated.
She's dressed up. She's sexually liberated.
I got full clothes on. This is just my workout attire. This does not count.
Oh, that's what we call it.
I have never seen Trey.
Look,
this is one thing. I have never seen Trey so concentrated on this camera. Before, he used to turn off the whole thing and go dark. But today, Trey has been like laser focused.
Hold on, time out.
Like right here. Right here. You see what I'm saying? Right here.
This
cleavage, man.
This is that BS. First of all, I was on camera before she came up here. I was here
And then you
first.
never left.
Yeah, but you
Right.
want
Usually you
like you
gone in
want
like in
them.
2 minutes, you're gone. But
He
now
ain't even
you've been
typing
like,
in the comments. No,
bam.
like
Hey, call him
In
out,
fact,
Hey, call his ass
he
out.
ain't even
yeah,
typing no more.
we normally see what do they call it? Picture on the avatar. We normally see your avatar 85% of the time. But today, 100%, man. 100% trace image. No, Trey on camera for the
He's
first
stuttering.
time.
Oh, he lying. He about to
Because I
lie.
wanted
He'll
you to
never smile
see.
when Diddy up here.
He never smile. He's always on attack mode. Like,
Look at the
they can't
angle.
even
I'm in attack
talk.
mode tonight.
Look at the angle of his head.
No.
I'm in attack
Look
mode
at your
tonight.
your attack mode today comes with
Hold on,
smiles,
let's get back
man.
on
I'm
topic.
always just because
RP,
y'all
Okay.
can't see me don't mean
who
I'm
you
not
say not getting
smiling.
no
I'm
credit
smiling
at the
when I'm in
bottom?
attack mode when the avatar is up.
That's right.
Yeah,
Y'all giving Miss Holly a little bit too much credit here. No disrespect to you, ma'am, but it ain't you.
I agree, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Let me get this next question popped. If women don't want to go out on certain dates, what should men do as an act of rebellion against their demands? This should be interesting. Shit. Who want to go first on that? Miss Polly, you want to do that? What should the men do if women are out here saying, "I won't go," or "I know," or let me put it this way: a dude asks, right? He asks, like, "Yo, I'm trying to take you out. I feel the energy. People like, what you want to do? Well, I'm not going unless you take me here." What can he do as an act of rebellion against that demand to assert himself? We'll start with you, ladies first.
So, okay, I just think they shouldn't take them out. I'll just be honest. They shouldn't take them out. They're not. Don't pursue something. I just say be like whatever. I don't want you guys to be like from the South where they cuss you out, but just just say no. I don't want to. Not fine, and it ain't. You're not obviously wanting to get to know me more. That's what I think is a nice person. So since I'm poly, I don't have those kind of problems. So so it's not the same. But yeah,
Okay,
I would just.
this is a teachable moment for Trigger Mike. The teachable moment. I'm a square. Okay, I'm a square. What exactly is the poly life all about?
It's basically having more than one partner at the same time. That's the basics.
Whoa, never mind. EBD is also
yeah. That's gonna be my wheelhouse, bro. That's gonna be my life.
Having one partner dating at
No.
the same time?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, this is Trigger Mike After Dark for real. Let me flash the warning. Oh shit.
Not necessarily, right? So there are different types of poly, right? They're like poly groups. There are poly groups. So you have a relationship where I'm a boyfriend, I got a girlfriend, and you can have a married couple, and we're all in the same polycule, and we're able to
whoa. Don't speed past that. Y'all got in adjectives?
Yeah, so there's different types of poly, but it all means more than one partner. That's the basic of what she's saying. It's just more than one partner.
Not a molecule, a polycule.
I have a question. I mean, all right, let's just say if you're the leader of the pack and you decide that you want to go to Applebee's, and in the whole group, are we going to Applebee's? Yes or no?
Are you talking about the polycule situation?
Yes.
Yeah, there's usually like an agreement like between like the head, whether it's the husband or someone who started the polycule. He'll usually say, "Hey, we're going here," and then everybody just acquiesces and goes.
Okay, I mean,
there's not room for a bunch of back and forth. I mean, why?
I mean, is there any woman that has discretion to say, you know what, we're not going to Applebee's? Yes
no, because in a polycule, usually women follow the men.
Whether they like it or not.
It's not like whether they like it or not. There's just not an argument to be had. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean with the guys that lead, but I like my way I poly, because I'm more polyandry to some extent. So I have male partners. I don't have any female partners. So it's little like for me, they'll probably ask me where I would like to go. It wouldn't be or they say we're gonna go here, and I say okay, whatever.
So you're the leader.
Trey, man, you killing me, man.
So are you the leader?
What the fuck are you guys talking
I don't
about, man?
consider
Hey,
myself
let me get one of those,
I
bro.
don't consider myself.
Hey, give me one of them, man.
Damn,
Yeah.
what are you guys talking about?
I
I
mean,
was hearing some shit in my
no, I'm just asking.
when I
you
was
be?
out there.
I mean,
Yeah,
she
it's
said a polyandry. So can you be overrode? Let's just
Man,
say.
you guys sick,
yes.
man.
The
What is
answer. The answer.
polyandry, man?
Hang on. The answer is yes. Okay, I'll tell you about a quick situation. Not even 2 minutes. I'll tell you what happened. So there was a wife and a husband. I met the husband, and I'm thinking about, the wife is interested in. Hang on, the wife is interested in me, and I meet the husband. We all meet up at a bar. We're chilling, this and that. But there's an older guy who didn't like me for some reason because I post my dating life or whatever on some social media, and he's like, well, he's a player and he's always getting all these type of women, and I don't think he's really good for you. So me and the wife and the husband are all in agreement that I can start seeing the wife and start dating the wife. But an older head of the polycule like kind of overruled against it and had a problem with it and made some kind of crap about it. And therefore, the wife couldn't see me anymore, saying, "Hey, I'm really getting a lot of static from, Papa Bear or whatever." I'm just using that as a euphemism. But he doesn't like it, and he's being all grumpy. So I don't want to like rock the boat and all that. And I'm like, I'm sorry, and I'm like, nah, don't apologize because it's not your fault. It's his fault. It's his problem to deal with. So what have you? So yeah, like I said, it is kind of male led based. But yeah, there is an overruling aspect to it.
That sounds like cuckold shit to me. But anyway.
Different. That's so different.
That is different.
That's not cuckold.
Go ahead, Dirty Freaks. What were you going to say, though? But besides that,
I'm not going to say
Did
nothing.
you just call them dirty freaks?
No, dirty folks. That's the thing.
Nah, bro. I don't have a comment on this because I don't take girls out. They don't eat these tacos. They're starved, bro. I don't give a fuck about her happiness, dog. If she's sad, then I'm happy. Look, I don't really go out like that. So I can't, like, if I want to take her out and she says she don't want to go out, I don't take girls. I don't feed what I don't fuck anyway. So I wouldn't even know, bro. I don't even understand what a date is. I'm still trying to figure that out. But y'all poly is crazy. You know what?
Yeah,
Even though she got clothes on, I tend to agree with her, and I'll tell you why. You only have to listen to one man. All the other women follow the woman that follows the man. That's why pimps call her the bottom girl. So I kind of roll with it as far as he tell her something and then she tell them something, and that's what we do. But because it's too messy if too many girls with clothes on talking at the same time. I get it.
Hey, Drag, I got a question. When you dealing with all these women, do you have to take into account their emotions and feelings and shit like that? Is that a part of this?
Not really, because in the community that I'm in, it's mostly sex first, right? So it's mostly like pleasure, exchange of pleasures. What do you like? What do I like? And then it goes from there. If the sex isn't good, then we don't have to worry about seeing each other again or messing with each other again. There's no hurt feelings. There's no nothing. It's just deuce, and then we're both moving on to the next. But if you do find some girl you like, you do kind of vibe in the bedroom. Everything else you kind of tend to negotiate.
Let me ask you a question. Is that like swinging?
So EBD, do you go to them underground?
Swinging are usually for couples. Like swinging is basically a married couple or a couple in a long-term relationship in which they're both participating in like sex with other people, usually swinging. Right. What were you saying, Ashton?
EBD, do you go to those underground swingers parties?
Yes.
I knew it.
Nigga,
not like Eyes Wide Shut, if that's what you mean. No, that's the high end.
Ground, Ashton. What you talking about underground? Where have you seen
them above ground?
Are you
underground?
Are you in
lifestyles? Who, EBD or me?
EBD? Yeah, she's asking me. Yeah, I am.
Wait.
I've been in it 20 years.
Like he's in the lifestyle. You think I would have known what the fuck a polycule was?
No, that's crazy.
No.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm not really into lifestyles, but I hang around people who are in lifestyles. But I'm not a lifestyle person.
EBD, you be going to these parties where you got to have like a password and shit.
No, it's nothing like that. But my club that I go to, you have to have membership. So you have membership, you have access. We get We get
How we're
tested.
gonna go?
All
How
that
we're gonna
stuff.
go from discussion that has to do with something to? Man, are you guys trying to be all? Man, what the hell is
Okay,
going?
hang on,
We
Akane.
took
The
a
host,
commercial
Sugar Mike, you got
break.
to lighten up in the
Goddamn.
no,
bathroom with
Akane. The
AutoZone.
We
host
are doing.
said it was a learning moment,
Man.
a teachable moment.
No,
The
no,
host wanted to
you
I
guys
know
want
they
to do
don't
some
have it in Africa.
joining.
That's
You
cool.
guys trying to do some joining moment, man.
We're
No,
doing.
learning
No, I
moment. You
just have a
guys want to
I
do
mean, I
some
have a
joining
question.
We
I
moment.
have
don't
a
do this in
question.
Wakanda
Akane is
hunting.
No,
mad
I
because
have
he
a
got
question
that
to
baby.
Polly.
Akane ain't had that in a minute. That's
The
why
Poly girl.
Ain't getting no ass.
Akane ain't getting no action
Y'all
because of
start
that
talking
baby in
about
the
this
house.
shit.
No, I have a
Y'all start.
question for the Poly girl.
You right handed or
I'm
left
taking
handed?
a break, man.
No, I
You
have
right
I,
handed
I
or
Man, we
mean
left
ain't talking
handed?
about two wives. What you mean?
I have a question for the Poly
Show us
girl.
that hand. That probably shit probably got veins all through it.
Okay.
I tell you,
I
man.
mean, was there a situation? I mean, have you ever been a traditional woman, or have you always been in this alternative lifestyle?
I mean, I was monogamous.
Mhm.
I was
Okay.
monogamous,
Okay.
Well, what
I
was
mean,
and
wrong with
how
monogamy?
did that work? How did that work?
like I've always felt like, okay, so when I was younger, I always felt like I could basically care for more than one person, and I never had a problem with that. And no one could really explain why it was a bad thing, other than I couldn't do it. And then I just said, okay, I'll be monogamous, and that's what it is. And I'm fine with that. I was monogamous for a very, very long
I mean,
time, and then
were you successful at monogamy?
oh yeah, I've been married.
Was it anything that triggered this, lifestyle? Because a lot of people deal.
Not y'all trying to psychoanalyze.
It sound like she got.
I just like to know because
It's not talked. Wait. It's not talked about often enough how someone is regular and then they go over here. So I mean, it's a learning experience for everybody who doesn't know. I mean, just saying. Go ahead. What were you saying, Miss Polly?
No, I did feel like I could do it. Like I had the instinct when I was like 16, where I was like, the person I was with for the first time ever. Like I liked them, and I started like hanging out with someone else, and I was like, it wasn't like cheating. I was just hanging around them, and I was like, I really like them. And I asked him, I said, like, can I talk to both of you? And he said no, and I was like, why? And it like went on for like a couple weeks, and he kept saying no. And I said, well, why? What's the reason? And he just said no. So I just kind of let it go. So I kind of had an idea I could do it, but obviously it's not what you're supposed to do. So I just went monogamous. But I would be careful with who I dated. And then I just said one day, hey, like, I'd like to talk to someone else. And they said okay. And so
Look at
I
it
mean,
this way.
it's kind of
These are messed up.
I mean,
These are
the
messed
part
up.
of it, the part of it that I don't really understand is, I mean, I mean, to me, if I feel like if you had a dude that that was, all like you were all about that guy, like nobody else would be even in sight. So would you admit that the guy
We
at the
got a feminist
time?
on aisle two.
No, I'm just saying at the time at the guy that you were with, he wasn't that guy.
No, I wouldn't say that. That's the reason why I'm saying that is because
I
I'm
mean,
not
was
going to
he?
say the word feel, but I do not believe that there's only one person in this whole world that can provide you with the needs that you want.
So do
There's
you
more
feel
than one
that?
person in this world who can fulfill your needs, just in general.
All right.
No.
So let me read the super chat, then we go. I got a question for you. Big Ant, $10 says, EBD, you nasty. You late, Big Ant. We've been new. Let me ask you, because yeah, I agree. There's not one person that can fulfill all your needs. I knew that shit before I got married, because yeah. Anyway, there is a question though. I am a firm believer that there is a trade-off with every decision that you make. So what are the negatives? Or what if you want to be candid with us, please, what can you find is a negative consequence of the poly life as opposed to being monogamous?
I would say that my number one thing is you can
The
be.
honey to answer.
Say what again?
They
Pray?
wanted the honey to answer, man.
Oh well, okay, go ahead and answer. Yeah, she can answer.
You need some
Yeah,
time.
EBD is trying to give her a cover. Let her answer,
You're doing
EBD.
great, EB. I enjoy your information. But I think that the negatives for me at this moment in time we're in, I don't see a lot of negatives. Because, like I said, if you've been in poly world, whatever, I date men who are monogamous minded. So I date men who are, they're heterosexual males who are black. Like, I don't really have a lot of issues with it, other than the transition from them being monogamous to dating someone poly. And that's just something that has to transitional work through. Other than
So
that,
did you ever have problems with the men?
Wouldn't you not being able to go back to monogamy being?
Let me just ask some questions. Did you ever have a problem with the men? And what do you do with the men who have a problem with you switching like that? Do you get rid of them? You drop them if they can't handle it?
Yeah, like I start talking to someone, I can usually tell certain things that aren't gonna work, and then I'll just say no. I vet people a good bit before I date them.
Wouldn't the negative be that you can't go back to monogamy?
She can go back to monogamy if she wants.
No, she can't. No, she can't. She can never.
You gotta keep
no. You guys gotta stop.
I was getting to that, but
no. EBD, you're gonna come
because you're a man.
No, I can't answer the question.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot. EBD,
hang on. I was married, bro. Go ahead.
No. EBD, you far gone, bro.
It's my question, bro. It's my question.
Yeah, go ahead, Trey.
EBD, you cannot answer this question at all because you're a man. This question is for a woman. So chill out. It's for a woman. You as a woman being in a poly situation, having multiple partners and living that type of lifestyle, you cannot go back to being monogamous. You cannot tell a man who believes in monogamy that was the lifestyle of your past and him
He's
accept
never gonna
that.
trust you.
Yeah, he's not going to trust it. Exactly.
They will never trust you.
No.
Oh,
you can never go back.
I mean, it's the same equivalent towards sex.
All right, y'all answer.
But we missing the bigger picture. What about the health issues of this newer lifestyle?
Hold on.
No, we'll get to that, but let's not get to that yet. It's gonna drill the whole thing.
Everything. The health
It's gonna drill the whole thing. No, don't go there.
Only women bring STDs and diseases.
No, don't go there yet. Let's go to the other. Let's continue the conversation.
Let her answer, Miss Polly.
But let's watch. We're gonna get Trey. Hold on. We're gonna get to that. Okay, go ahead with your question, Trey. But not STD question yet.
Do you believe you could ever go back to monogamy?
Could I go back to monogamy?
Yes. Do you believe a man would accept you in your past with the lifestyle you've had in a monogamous relationship? Do you believe you can do that?
I don't see a problem with it, but that's just me personally. So I can't. You're asking me my personal opinion. I don't think I'd have a problem with it.
No, it's asking you reality, not your personal opinion. It's asking you reality.
Well, I mean, in reality, you're asking me, is there going to be a man on this planet who's going to be with me, be not monogamous with me? If I'm monogamous with them, probably yes.
Okay, let me say this. Trey, let me continue with this.
She's feeling the same way. Like
I'm just gonna put it on. I just need to find her. I'm still here, but I'm gonna put the camera on the thing. Okay, hang on one second.
Whether she's living that lifestyle, she's only dating men. And if she's just out there, that's just like someone being a stripper. If they out there living that lifestyle, when they feel like they're ready, they can turn their switch off and go find them a man, and they will be able to find them.
Yeah, they will find. Yeah, they will find a sucker. So that's what they will find.
It's the same thing.
Okay, listen. Okay, hang on. Let me explain how it works. Let me explain how it works. 20 years. Just listen. There are couples, there are men and wife who have been married 30, 40 years. What happens is they can go into the lifestyle. They can have sex with either one person or another couple. And they can open the door to a polyamorous relationship. They can do whatever they want to do. But what happens is it's a door that both of them walk through together. It's not usually one steps out and the other doesn't know anything, doesn't have the wherewithal. It's usually a mutual agreement between two people as they're married or as they're in a relationship that, yeah, we're both part of the lifestyle. Yeah, sometimes we're going to do this, but we're going to do this together. And that's how the marriage and the relationship sustains over time, decades. They're not always every day looking for a new partner. They're not always every day swinging. It's kind of like from what I understand, it's seasonal. It can be, 2-3 months. They're out doing these things, going to events, going to parties, and then for about a year or two, or several months at a time, it's just them. They're going on vacations. They're doing the monogamy thing. They're not seeing anybody. So it's not always okay. I got Trey. We're talking about monogamous relationships. We're talking about a marriage. We're talking about how it works. We're talking about how it works.
You can't answer.
What do you mean I can't answer this question? I am answering the question. I just answered the question. Did you not listen?
You're babbling and talking about nothing.
I'm not babbling. I'm telling you how it is.
No, you can't answer it. You're not a woman.
I just answered the question.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
But the question wasn't posed to you.
It doesn't matter. I know the answer.
No, you don't.
You have to be a female to understand an answer and a question, Trey. Yeah, I do.
You have a vagina.
It's not about the. Wait a minute, Ashton. What do you mean wrong answer? Wrong answer to what?
Because you said
you talking about
wait. Ashton's asking something. What do you mean wrong answer? Wrong answer to what?
From my experience, the women that are poly and do those type of events that you into, you have stated multiple times that those women overstep their boundary with their husband, or the husband end up getting jealous. I mean, they probably could say that they going back monogamous, but in the end, they don't want to go back monogamous. It ends up being like a dysfunctional. I mean, it's nothing wrong with it. I'm sure the partner is okay with it, but you get what I'm saying? Like that one time that you are invited, the husband makes it awkward, or she invites you over in like a underlying way that they were just supposed to be out alone by themselves, if that makes sense.
Like cheating. That would be cheating.
No, not cheating, because they're poly. You get what I'm saying? But the night that they are just supposed to be out by themselves, like that's the time that she overstepped and invites you out back to the house anyway. That's from my experience. And
that's just disrespect.
Okay,
Trey, you didn't like her answer?
Yeah.
Hey, Trey, you didn't like her answer? Trey, you didn't like her answer?
No. I think she's delusional, and I think she's a little bit optimistic in her answer.
But Trey, who said that she want to be monogamous?
But this isn't about a lifestyle and her being with a partner for 25 years. My question was simple. If you decided that you no longer wanted to live the poly lifestyle, would you believe that a man, a legitimate man, who any dude that's got any sort of brain in his head, would accept your previous lifestyle and you bringing that previous lifestyle into a monogamous relationship with him? I have a hard time believing that a normal man would be okay with knowing that this was the lifestyle you had in the past and be willing to accept that and move forward with you in a monogamous situation.
Trey, I've seen it happen before. Like, okay,
I'm not saying that it's not possible, but there are a lot of things that anything's possible.
But Trey, Trey, let me ask you a question though. How is that different than a honey that have more than 2 lovers in the rotation, whether she's polyamorous or not, right? So say she's just out in the dating scene. She got a couple of guys in the rotation. She's banging a couple of dudes, and now she's ready to settle down with one dude. How's that different?
That question.
How or because I mean, in the West, right? A lot. Well, maybe not you, Trey, but a lot of guys accept women with 5 bodies, 10 bodies, more bodies. So how is that different? The fact that she had 2 guys at the same time in a poly relationship, or just a woman with a rotation? I mean, how is that different?
Based on the way that you put it, there is no difference. However, they shouldn't be dating either one of those women.
Okay, I hear you. I mean,
a lot of the issue with these dudes these days is that they're just willing to accept whatever the woman gives them. There's no standard. There's no standard for these women. So they can go be poly and have a bunch of frivolous sex and be sluts, or they can go out and be with somebody, be with 14, 15 different guys. There's chicks out here that are 18, 19 years old with body counts of over 10 and 15. These women should be disqualified from dating. They should not be allowed to. They should not be dating at all. But a lot of men have zero standards and are afraid to tell a woman that lives this lifestyle, I'm not going to date you because of your past.
I think you kind of alluded to 2 states.
I was thinking that.
That's why they believe they can do that.
Yeah. Miss Paula, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah. Well, can I answer Trey? Because I know what you're saying. Listen,
Okay.
because I just want to say before you answer your question, I understand what you're saying. Like, I've been put in that category multiple times. And that is something that I can't stop someone saying for, oh, like you look like one of these girls out here who have multiple men. And especially if you can hear it from not just myself, but from is it EB? Sorry. Like since I do, yeah, sorry. Since I actually have male partners, I don't get to roll the street like everybody else. It's not like that at all. I actually do not go out on a date and have sex with men like all the time. Like I don't do none of that. Like I have a lot more guidelines than probably most of these women out here. Just be real honest with you. I can't move like that because no man would, in their right mind, stand next to me while I'm saying, "Hey, I'm gonna have this other relationship." They wouldn't. Let's just be real honest to you. And on top of all that, let's just say this: I'm not just offering just this sexual experience or something like that because that's not what it's here for. I don't believe in that. There's other things that I have as qualities that apparently these gentlemen would like. It's not just, oh, she just run. No, because I don't even deal with guys like that, just be honest with you. And I don't think I'm gonna be honest with you. The men I mess with, they ain't gonna be okay with the next man who ain't doing what they supposed to do. They just not.
So the moral
I couldn't
is,
move the way I move if it wasn't right.
so the moral is though, you gonna go on that date. That's the moral, because y'all.
No.
Y'all.
I actually like
we
right
got
now.
we got to get off. We got to get off the poly train because
Trey,
I
Yes.
can I
started
ask
that
one
shit.
question, please, pretty please?
Yeah. Plus,
Yes.
I know a girl who lived that life. She was married for 13 years.
Now,
and then
what
she
are you guys trying to get off now?
And then she married somebody else, and she's
Because I got another topic
I hadn't seen it.
I just
that's
got
very
one question,
troubling
Trigger.
to me. Because I'm hoping this shit is a skit, and I know y'all saw it earlier. So, former basketball player Joe Smith just found out his wife has an OnlyFans. I'm very proud of him because she's still breathing. So,
that's what I said.
Because shit, what the fuck? I'm like, this has to be a skit. This has to be a skit. It has to be, but let's watch the video. But if this is real, this is just another example of this shit going, because Trey keep talking about, oh, this shit is over. Women ain't going. Nah, they screwing it up for themselves, bro. The more this stuff gets televised and put out there, the worse it looks. So stay tuned for the video. Let's watch.
I can't believe I'm sitting here just finding out you got an OnlyFans page. Out of all these years, the disrespect that comes with it, that you could have talked to me before you did it, that's bullshit, yo. That's fucked up, Keith. I'm telling you, that's fucked up.
Wait, no. But you're not gonna say fuck me or that's fucked up. It's not fucked up.
You recording me? What the fuck you doing?
Listen, it's not fucked up, and we're going to. Okay, look. So I have an OnlyFans page, and he's mad because he's just now finding out about it.
Of course, I'm mad I'm just finding out about it.
I'm not doing it with anybody but myself, so why should I have to tell you my choice, my body, my fucking choice?
I'm your partner. You're supposed to come to me and talk to me.
Joe, I've been talking to you about mad things. I've been asking for solutions to shit. You're not giving me none, so I created one.
That's no solution. Not in my book. That's no solution.
You knew who the fuck I was when you met me.
Before,
and I thought that I would never have to go back to anything like this again. But unfortunately, that's not the case right now.
After that, everything's supposed to change.
Everything did change.
No. Obviously, it hasn't.
No, it had to. I had to do something.
Hasn't. You stood out there showing your body. You stood out there doing stuff like this on camera.
You act like that's the only thing that I do. I have mad jobs, but they're not facilitating everything that needs to be done. So I got something extra. OnlyFans be breaking me off. What the fuck?
Come on, Keith, with that. It don't matter what they breaking you off. It's the disrespect that comes with it.
What disrespect?
You couldn't come and talk to me about it.
Okay, well, we're talking about it now.
Because I had to find out on the fly.
All right, then. But now, okay.
No,
so wait.
I had to find out on the fly.
So now you know.
Yeah, now I know.
Okay. And so? Whatever. I've been doing what I have to do, period. Like, that's bottom line. That's what it is.
Yo,
I don't feel sorry for that motherfucker.
yo, that shit better be a skit, but I knew it. I didn't even realize it the first 2 times I watched it. I freaking called it. I called it because we were just talking about this. Did y'all realize that she said, I never thought I'd never have to go back to doing something like this? She was a stripper. This is what he gets. She was in the life, and his dumb ass, a former NBA player, took her out of that life thinking she won't gonna go back into that shit. Did you? Well,
that's
I
who
got
most
some
NBA
background,
players
Mike.
talk to, Trigger.
I got some background on it, Mike.
All right, go ahead.
Real quick. First of all, his contract he made in his career, he made $61 million, and his career was over in 2011. And he turned down in that last year contract extension of $80 million with the Golden State Warriors. Kind of like what Latrell Sprewell did. He didn't take the money, and nobody ever gave him another offer. So he gave up that $80 million contract and never got offered another new one. And so 5 years later, he meets this chick and he marries her from the stripper pole. And you know what his net worth now is? $100,000.
$150,000. You know what's so crazy though? I got questions. Number one, who dates a girl named, hold on. Number one, who dates a girl named Keisha on purpose? Nothing good has ever come from a girl named Keisha. Ever.
Why y'all be thinking these celebrities smarter than what they are?
No. I didn't say smart or not, bro. I'm saying as a heterosexual man, you should know never to take a Keisha seriously. Anyway, number two, she was a stripper. Who was paying to see a 50-year-old naked chick? What fetish is that?
Shit.
Hey, it's mature. That's the Pornhub got a whole category called mature.
75-year-old men are paying, bro.
I thought mature was like 35.
Mature what? They paying to see pregnant women these days, dirty folks. What are you saying?
Okay. In the sex industry, there's a market for absolutely everything you can think of. Everything. Toes, feet, hands, top, bottom,
abuse.
Wait. Hairy.
Oh my God.
Yep. There's a market for that too.
I like
look at it this way. Look at it.
women
Go
with
ahead.
pink cushion
Go ahead.
booties. Is that a thing? Never mind.
Look at it this way, guys. There are, according to statistics,
hold on, Ignay.
Man, Austin, kill that, man.
EBD,
There are 56% of men that are single, right? Not married. Probably haven't had sex in the last year, right? You know how many percent of those men are messed up? A whole lot of percent of those men are messed up. So they're the one messed up in the head, incels. And then there are married ones among them too that haven't had sex in how many years. So there are a lot of messed up men out there sexually that will pay these women. Yeah. You'll be surprised.
Yeah, but
haven't you heard about men that have been married and haven't had sex in 10 years with your wife?
There's a lot of guys like that. Okay.
EBD, would you accept payment if a woman wanted you to do that little robbery content with her?
Say it again. Would I accept payment if a girl wanted me to do what?
To act like you doing a home invasion. You know
that was
category.
22 years ago, before OnlyFans, before online. 22 years ago, I there was this girl, and yeah, we did that whole thing.
Thank you for proving my point.
Hey, but you know what though? All he dated strippers though, because if you really looked at his background, he went broke because every girl he dealt with took his money. So he got a type. He liked thieving strippers.
Damn. That's kind of messed up, though.
That is messed up.
That's kind of messed up because this is when you talk to men in general, I don't know what kind of savior complex, hero complex you have that you're going to take a woman off the stripper pole, a man of that caliber, and think oh, God.
Look what Zion Williams did, man. Look, Zion Williams did the same thing.
He did the same.
Look at those
It's
backgrounds,
worse.
though. Look at a lot of backgrounds that a lot of people come from. It's just part of their norm. He probably knew people, aunties, mom. You never know what the background is. I don't think a man that's really thinking about being on his purpose, at least the way they talk on these YouTube streets, ain't nobody checking to wife up somebody that they know is on display regularly. I don't think guys are really doing it, but there is a number of guys who they'll tell you, man, came from a single mama, man, it's been rough, and and next thing you know, they got one of them types, and they sad because that's the lifestyle that they used to, and it's just where we are today, and
It's just a lack of it's two things though. It's a lack of communication and it's a lack of understanding. From what I saw in that video, right? If she's saying you knew what it was before we got married, they've talked about it. They've talked about the situation that he's in, what he wants to do for her. She obviously accepted it. There was obviously a discussion talking about, okay, once I'm out of the lifestyle, I'm gonna be yours and only yours and this and that. What this sounds like is betrayal and deception, because if he promised to take care of her, to take you out off the pole, out of the club and out of that environment, because I have enough money to keep you in a place that's 100% comfortable and meets your every need, why would you need to go back to the lifestyle? She did that because she wanted to, not because she had to. She didn't need to go back to that lifestyle for anything. So this is something that she really wanted to do.
This the pro. You expect her to not get back on the pole?
Say it again, Ashton. Hang on. Say it again, Ashton.
He went from 100 million to 100,000. Did you
Right.
really expect her?
He
not
never
to get back
had 100 million.
Well, whether he had 10,000 or what have you, he had enough money to take care of her and put her in an environment where she does not have to work a day in her life.
No, he didn't. First of all, you guys don't know that. You guys aren't paying attention to the story. He was on Alex Rodriguez's show back in 2018, I believe, on CNBC. I remember watching it. He's the most he's ever had is about 18 million. Now your contract, although you get 61 million, you got agent fees, taxes, you got all types of stuff that gets taken out of that contract. It's never the number that it actually is. He had about 18 million. He also went through a costly divorce that cost him a bunch of money as well. He made bad investments and he has a spending problem. He lives beyond his means. So that's why he was on that show, because he was living beyond his means. He had a big house and the car collection and all this other stuff.
A whole lot.
But still, Trey, at the end of the
day, he
day,
never had $100 million, bro.
He didn't have $100 million.
Once your income go down to $100,000, you can't expect her not to get on the pole. Like that.
It was actually less than that, Ashton. That's the point I'm trying to make. The story isn't right. He was making about $26,000 a year because he coaches. He has a coaching program, a basketball coaching program. He wasn't even making $100,000 a year.
But he owe 120 in bills. But he only making like 26.
Right.
She working like 2 jobs, and now she on that pole, baby. Look.
So he's in debt.
But Dirty
yes,
Pole,
that's why he was
okay.
Okay.
You expect her not to get on the pole, Dirty Pole?
$157,000 in debt.
You say let that money go down? No, here's the thing, bro. I wouldn't have got off the pole in the first place, but here's the thing, man. His situation is. Did you listen to him talk though? The boy sound autistic. He not the brightest.
No, he sound hurt. That's how them old heads sound.
No, bro. No, bro.
He ain't
trying to make an honest woman out of you. He done spent all that damn money, and now he broke from cherishing her lifestyle.
I'm not talking about just that video.
He hurt.
No, bro. I'm not talking about just that video, because I saw the story and I started going through stuff, because he show up at Kevin Garnett celebrity tournaments and all type of stuff. And I listened to him just talk to the camera like, I'm glad to be here. The nigga sound like Mississippi. Like he would be fixing on cars if he was 5'9". And
somebody from Memphis
after 16 million. Why y'all keep saying Memphis? Y'all better make me mad.
Here's another thing about pro athletes that you guys don't know. Most of them file for bankruptcy within 3 to 10 years after they're done playing. Most of them do.
That's NFL, but probably NBA too. I know NFL boys.
It's all of them. NFL, NBA, anybody, because most of them don't have fully understanding of financial literacy. Y'all know that. It's been going on for years. They don't have understanding. Most of the people that come here don't see $200,000 over the lifetime, and they manage the money well. So for a guy to come out with at least, let's just say he made $5 million in 1 year. If he had any sense or any understanding of what is going on, then he would have at least managed it well. But he chose somebody who, one, was all about money from the jump. So I guarantee he led with his money. Right. She wouldn't have never chose him without the money. So now the fact that he leads with his money, he's gonna always have to be forthright with his money. Everything he do, he's coming with some change.
You guys don't get something right, man. How would somebody that makes 150,000 a year?
That's him.
I'm just going down low. I'm just going low, very low. How would somebody that is making 150,000, $120,000 a year go and marry a stripper? It's not supposed to happen,
bro. Well, first of all,
in fact, if you make 100,000 a year, you're not supposed to be dealing with people that don't make no fucking sense in life.
In fact, we can go a bit deeper, Ikene. Those words are oxymoronic. Marry a stripper, fail.
Keisha was a fail before the stripper part. Look,
that's right.
But here's the thing, bro. He has a history of messing with buses. His first wife, then he got robbed by some stripper girl. He been on a reality show. Then he got this girl off the pole. He's just not interesting. He don't know.
He's from a fucked up family. That's what it is. In fact, he's from a fucked up upbringing.
It's not that deep. He's just a cautionary tale, like a lot of different pro athletes.
No, that's too cautionary. Somebody catch their wife on OnlyFans that didn't know. Damn.
I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be next. Paul George is gonna be next.
Oh, Paul George is gonna be next.
Paul George is married to a former stripper.
Yeah, he knocked up a stripper and married her. Yeah,
knocked her up.
That's
and Zion Williamson, what's his name? Zion, right? He's gonna be next.
He's just gonna be paying child support.
No, he told me. Well, he might marry her though. He's that type of nigga.
Isn't that the Brittany Renner guy?
No,
that's PJ Washington.
Oh, my bad.
They say he just got married.
If you guys if she did that, like, I think the worst part about that is that the fact that she got off the strip pole, like y'all was saying, but then she decided to go into that situation where she wanted to be married and tied down. So, yeah, I think that's messed up. That she basically is messing up the boundaries that they set. She knew when she married that man that she wasn't supposed to jump back on that pole. That's it. She just wanted to go back into that life. I mean, I'm not saying that it's all women, but a lot of older women, they feel like they can still compete with the younger ones.
Right.
Not only are you right,
exactly.
Not only are you right.
Technically,
that's how you
know.
Back
on the pole. Technically, unless he got a pole in the basement. Technically, she didn't hop back on the pole.
Oh, he got one.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. She didn't jump on the pole. She jumped on the vibrator on OnlyFans. Everyone have access to. Your husband that you said, I only want to give you access to me now. I'm going to shut off access from other men so you can only have this access to me. And then you decide to open up access to yourself. And that's like the number one thing that guys like the most, access. So if they can get off access from every other guy, that's what you're supposed to be doing. So if you decide to go that way, he has the right to leave and say peace out. And
yeah, but you don't marry the woman whose history was never cutting men off access to her body. Her entire history says that she's giving access of her body to men. You don't marry her.
Her OnlyFans name is Access.
He walked in the club where she was working, getting access to her from
there was no reason for her to stop the access. Like she didn't decide, oh, I love this man so much, I'm gonna stop the access. What happened was he said, I'll pay you more than the pole will pay you. And she said, okay. She just made a better deal.
Of course.
A better deal. That was the deal. That was the deal. I will take you out of this lifestyle and fund your every need. You no longer need to work.
Don't act like you didn't sit down and watch.
I just said that, Ashton. God.
No, I said, no, EBD. I said, don't sit there and act like you didn't watch Casino. She definitely didn't want to get married.
Watch who? Casino? I haven't seen that movie yet. I didn't see that movie yet.
You haven't seen Casino.
You never.
It's a 4-hour movie. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Nah, bro.
I did see Malcolm X. Don't play me. I saw
don't know
Malcolm.
what card needs to be
Malcolm
in
X
both.
ain't got nothing to do with the mafia.
It's not a
Trigger
black
Mike.
movie, so it's not a black card, but you got to get one of your cards up. You never seen it.
I heard about it. I just didn't sit down and see it because it was always on TV. I never got the tape or the DVD.
Give up your socialite card. Give up your 90s card. I don't know.
He said the 90s card. Hey, that's a classic, bro. That's
I
like
did see Goodfellas. Don't play me. I did see Goodfellas.
It's better than Goodfellas.
EBD, I'm disgusted.
Trigger, you seen
I'm
Casino, right?
disgusted
Trigger Mike.
Hey, I'm a Sharon Stone fan like everybody else.
Casino, look,
No, I ain't no Sharon
Casino
Stone fan.
had me playing around. Look, one of the worst whoopers I ever got in my life was it Casino. Had me playing around like I was interrogating my brother with a hammer in my hand, like I was about to smash the shit out of his fingers. I got caught doing that shit.
Anyway,
I got my ass whooped.
I'll see it this weekend, and we'll talk about this on Monday. I'll see it this weekend. Casino.
That is probably the most painful thing you could ever do to me. Just hold that hammer over my head, like, no, please, 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 don't do me like that. Take my shooting.
You know, there's a theory that a lot of people who don't quite understand, the people who have money, they think that because guys have money, that they automatically have game or they understand female nature or things of that nature. Just because you have money doesn't mean you understand what women are capable of, and you don't understand how the game is being played. And that's why a lot of these guys end up broke behind these women. They end up broke because I've said this a million times, men are in love, women are in business. She knows exactly what she's doing from the beginning. And in most cases, these NBA players, NFL, these athletes, entertainers, actors, they're targeted. These women are
targeted. Man, listen.
Targeted.
Who said it? They said go to the WNBA draft in whatever city that it is in. You will not see a bunch of young men talk about, "Ooh, we about to get these bitches. They about to get."
They don't make no money.
Go to the NBA or NFL draft. You will see every Instagram hottie book every hotel room in the known area and just walk the street. They'll just be walking around. Where the party's at? We're getting a club at this. That is how they get all these young dudes.
Go to All-Star Weekend. Wherever NBA All-Star Weekend is, just go.
It's worse. It's worse than that. It's where the potential. It's where the potential stars are. They don't even have to have a contract or anything. But if they have potential, they've been noticing.
Brittany Renner was at Kentucky games when PJ Washington was in college.
Right.
They're targeted.
Yep. It's even the potential.
And
like you said, Trey. It's not
the smart one.
He wasn't even on anything yet. She saw the potential.
No money yet, EBD. He hadn't even got a contract.
Yep.
But that's what make her smart, Trey. A lot of women will leave you in college if you're not making the money. So the fact that she held on to him, she was playing the long game.
He wasn't.
Now who was in love and who was in business, Ashton?
Right.
PJ.
So what does that say about the men?
PJ was in love. Brittany was in.
But let me say this though. Let me say this because we have to look at the timeline, like Rich was talking about. She knew exactly when to strike and make this whole OnlyFans thing possible. If he's really running low on cash, he ain't got nothing to bargain with no more. So she's doing all of this because what the fuck you gonna say, you broke ass nigga? She couldn't wait to let that shit off. She couldn't.
That was the language. That was the language that she was using.
We keep forgetting that we're not supposed to have this type of access into people's life. You ever tape me? You ever do some shit like that and embarrass me to the world where you're taping our conversation and that all of that shit is disrespectful. She's only doing it because whatever authority he held, she's basically telling you, nigga, it was your money that gave you that authority. I never fucking respected you in the first place. But y'all, I'm fucking getting tired of shit. I'm about to go to sleep.
Wait a minute, hold on, Trigger. One last thing, Trigger, to show you that it's not a skit. Black men do not like people in their business like that. It always be the women that's uploading.
Men don't like people in their business like that. It's not.
Yeah, that's true.
A woman
shout out to all you providers out there. All you providers.
Can I ask my last question to Miss Polly that I've been holding on since you changed the subject, Trigger? Miss Polly, they were asking you the wrong question. I seen you on another panel. I kind of like you. I see how you be moving. Do you want to be monogamous, or are you into that poly relationship to where you feel like you could pull it off to where you could have 3 men living in the household with you? I got you.
You're muted.
Okay, very good. Sorry, I'm bad at the unmute button. I mean, I have 2 partners I've been with for over 3 years. So, and we've lived together for like a couple months, depending on living situations that we were in. And I don't have an issue with long-term relationships in my poly. So I've just been going steady. Like it's fine. I don't think anything is wrong with me having long-term partners that are just more than
But
one.
but
Are there
the
any?
thing that
Are
I'm
there?
asking is like, are you even thinking about being monogamous? Like that's they was making it seem like that's what you want to do. I know that's probably not.
Oh,
Do you feel like that you would want to be monogamous in the end, or do you feel like you would rather have what you have now? And
yeah,
that guy
I
that
enjoy what I have now. I enjoy loving the people I
I
love.
thought so.
And
Okay,
I'm not,
so
if someone asks
this
me
this
not to
shit is
do that,
interesting
that'd be
now.
messed up.
I'm fucking awake now because this shit is interesting.
Yeah,
Do you
y'all
have
asking the wrong
a
question for hours.
Do you have a preference as to who comes over when you're in the mood, or is it by
They
schedule?
both live there, Trigger.
No, not
Excuse me,
anymore.
they live.
No, that was just a time. And I
Yeah,
have
she
3
big
partners.
pimping.
It's
I have 3
I'm
confusing.
sorry.
partners.
What?
She told me too.
It's
She told me
confusing,
too.
man. Don't
But I
try to
knew it was
figure it
3.
out.
So
No,
are
I
we
have
rock
2
paper
long-term
scissoring
partners.
pause
A new
over who
one.
gets to blow your back out tonight? Trey, let's go. It's my turn.
And
Rock
the
paper
other 2
scissors.
just lay in the guest room bed playing high five all night.
No, no,
She says, "You ready,
no,
dog? You
no,
ready?"
no, no, no,
Miss
sir.
Polly, you ain't gotta lie to me. Miss Polly, you ain't gotta lie to me. I know
I'm
big
not
pimping when I see
being
it.
It's my
nice.
turn, Trigger.
Oh,
It's my turn. Go home.
oh.
No, I
Who
mean,
run the world,
if we
girls?
being late night, right? Y'all being late night, so I'll be late night. Real honest, like I don't deny my partners. So if you want to, it is what it is. Let's be
So if
honest.
they want an Eiffel Tower, do they get the Eiffel Tower?
Wait, no, we don't do anything together. We are separate entities in sexual manners.
The fact
So
she playing y'all like that, making y'all go one by one.
playing
So
anybody.
who goes first?
The one she really
There's no
like.
order to this. There's no order to this.
Whoever calls first, whoever get their first call in.
Why
It's the
you
All right.
keep saying
weekend.
call? They live there.
Dead
You
pill
see what I'm
react.
saying? This
You
how
know
these
what?
women be
Now,
playing
now that
y'all.
we think about it, remember this shit probably works just fine because poly people probably date other poly people. Because
Well, I
so it's
don't date
like
anybody poly right now. Well, someone who's kind of
that you
poly,
know
but not.
of.
Yeah,
No,
poly
All
like
right.
people, because people that are not poly are not going to take that shit.
open and honest. We are extremely open and honest. There's no reason to not tell me. I'll to be honest with you, like I'm a big compersionist anyway, so I love to see my partners be loved on. But that's not an issue for me. I don't get jealous. I actually encourage if you like to, but that's up to them if they want to do that. But that is not something
Dead pill.
that is something.
Let me read it super. Dead pill reacts and shout out to Miss Polly in the panel. Well, I've learned a lot tonight. Are there any nicknames that you have for your crew? Double
One
Dragon,
guy called Daddy and the other guy, you ever mix up their names and shit?
The Avengers.
Rockefeller.
Even if she did call you the wrong name, Payne, you ain't gonna do nothing about it.
No, actually, that shit might turn me on.
You see what I'm saying? I knew Payne. I've been knew Payne was a freaky motherfucker.
This is great. This is better than
Trigger Mike, I've been calling
man.
Payne out on his freaky shit for months, ain't it?
That's some funny shit.
Justin.
Hey, listen,
Payne
nothing.
said he be
Ashley,
spinning
hey, Ashley, what'd
around,
you say?
having on
You
the
say-
headboard, on the ceiling.
Ashley.
You remember that night, Trigger?
Hey,
He
Ashley,
said
you say
skiing
he
all
ain't
on
gonna,
the
he ain't gonna do
chest, on the
nothing?
forehead. I ain't gonna do nothing but smile and take his glass off and wipe him with his shirt.
No, I need to get this convo. Miss Polly, put your Instagram. I'm gonna put together a panel of sorts, but it's gonna be mostly women.
Trey, you said he
And
just kicked us out the group that fast.
if you're comfortable talking about more about your lifestyle, in a mature manner.
I'm open. Like I have a YouTube channel. I talk about poly. I talk about Pauline Wright. That's why her name is Miss Polly Wright. I talk about how you can poly the right way and not do it in a non-ethical way or pretend and cheat and all that. If you're gonna do it, at least do it the proper way. Be honest and open. Be safe about it. So I kind of talk about that, and encourage people to be
And
successful.
y'all been sitting up here arguing with her all night.
Hey, Miss Polly, I
But
got a
you
question.
guys-
Miss Polly, how does this work 25, 30 years from now? When you don't look the same, you're
She
older.
still gonna have
How
the
does this
juice.
work?
Why y'all keep acting like these women ain't got it like that?
And the guys potentially will want younger women.
Miss Polly, why you think you ain't got the game?
I'm okay with younger women. Like I'm okay with my partners having a partner. So that's okay.
She's
I'm
living
not
in the
gonna.
moment.
Miss Polly, don't lie to them.
She's living in the moment.
Tell
But the
them
thing
you
is,
got the
the
juice
thing is
like that,
this.
Miss Polly.
The thing is this.
No,
Why do you guys
hold
call?
on, Egan, quit messing up the conversation. Miss Polly, don't lie to them. I'm not them. I know you got it like that.
Ashton, are you putting your bid in or what? I think
No,
Harassment.
That's all he's
I ain't
doing.
put my bid in.
Like,
I just see Miss Polly on another channel, and I see she like to do that wordplay around women and a couple. No, I don't want to be on the team. I know a lot of women like this. Y'all the ones asking questions like tourists.
Yeah,
I'm just
I'm calling her out.
curious.
I don't know nothing about
Did you
this.
see me?
What
What did I say? I was being. What did I do in this other?
I seen you on Daryl or JP channel. I ain't say
What I
nothing.
say? What I say? I didn't say
You were playing. You were playing word salad. Like you don't like
No,
you
I
not
was
with the
not.
feminists, but you know
Ashton,
Miss Polly. I know
Ashton,
women. You weren't talking this big shit. You was easing their ass on down the road with your words and how you think. You weren't coming. Trey.
Ashton, raise
That is
her up.
why.
I want to hear what you got. Let's go, Ashton. Raise her up. You want to be on the team? Let's go.
No, I don't want to be on the team.
Let's
Nah,
go.
we can hear that shit.
Nah,
You want to be on the team?
We
Raise
can,
her up.
I can see your
Polly,
coming out your
Miss
collar.
Polly, do it sound like I want
We
to be
hear
with
the
you,
smile. We hear the smile, Ashton. What the hell?
Yeah, cause I'm smiling at y'all.
Yeah,
don't
you
know
won't
shit.
be on the fucking team.
Y'all
Don't
sitting up
lie,
here learning
bro.
all
Be
these
real.
damn vocabulary
Okay,
words she giving y'all ass.
listen.
Y'all don't get this.
If
That
you
she
want to
head
be,
honcho, talking
what
about
you
she,
need to do.
she
Wait, hang
gonna
on.
hit the wall, and other men
What
gonna
you-
want younger women.
One thing about the
She not
lifestyle
one
is
of these
honesty, bro. Come out with it. You want to hit it? Be upfront with it. Be real with it. We ain't gotta play games. We ain't gotta do none of that. That's a benefit.
I wouldn't mind joining the team, but it would never work because as
what-
soon as she
what's
go to
your-
one of them
what's
other
your
men
locality? What
and
state
cut
are
my
you in,
time
Miss
out,
Polly?
I'm whooping all the men ass in their house.
Oh,
So it'll
he's
never
in
work.
his feelings. You'll
So
put him in
again,
his feelings. You'll
I'm
put him
not
in his
applying
feelings.
because I know it'll never work.
Listen, one day I'll get the other gentlemen to tell y'all because I don't speak for them. They speak for themselves.
You see what I'm saying? She's just sitting up here saying she gonna have our pain and Trey up here saying that they go along with it and are comfortably with her playing their ass every day of the week.
I'm not playing nobody. I give good love to my partners. I support them. I give them inspiration. I'm there. Whatever they need, I'm there.
I think I know what you meant when you
I
said
don't want no
support.
goddamn inspiration. I want head.
I'm all for
in a
support.
relationship.
So I just have a question.
She's talking in
Y'all
code
gonna stop
now.
letting these women
I
word
support
salad
them
with
and I
y'all.
give them inspiration.
Yeah,
That's
she gonna
What
give.
was your question, Trey?
So my question is for the people who may not know, the ins and outs of this type of lifestyle and who may be on the fence, because it's all kinds of lifestyles out there today. And I'm a little today, with numbers rising with so many different type of transmitted diseases. And for your advice to a young woman or a young man who may be in their experimenting stages, what advice would you give them health-wise? Because we seeing numbers of, you can get that package at any time. The person, I'm just saying your partner could be out there. Your partner can be out there doing whatever, but yes, they could be playing a whole different life with you, and they bring something to you. Because I've heard it on, on one station where a guy had been with good guys all his life. Now, okay, he's ready to be with a woman and have a child. But look at all of that goop that he's bringing. I'm just saying, because it's a lot today, and people try to dance around that. But I think that's the most important thing, because once you get that package, ain't no coming back.
Right.
You ain't no coming back.
What you mean, right, EBD? You do the same damn thing,
bro. Let him finish.
So for somebody who may not fully understand, but like you said, you got to an age where you were curious. And I think even men, we come to an age of reason where you don't know anything about that lifestyle. Then they come to you like, is that what they do? And I was, part when man gave you the visual, like, you know what, this is gonna be somebody doing this, this, and this. What? So that was like, back in the day, scared straight. That scared a lot of dudes straight. Like, no, bro, no way. I came up in a time where we ain't wrestle with our shirts off. We ain't, we wasn't gonna play, we wasn't gonna do none of that. It was man, woman. That was our focus. And now it's like, be free. Everybody's okay. It's okay. But when you got people on YouTube Spaces talking about don't take a bath, it's a trend. So that means you perpetuating germs and all these other little things. Because me, I'm just, I've always been particular like that. Like these people, women breath stink, feet stink. The underarms stink. Everything got an odor to it, but they still out there spreading them cheeks. They still popping them babies. They still doing all this sexually, because that's what the world is. That's what we are now. Everything is so sexual. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of things are sexualized.
Miss Polly, I don't have to see what your knockers look like. I don't have to wonder because I can see them. Now you got somebody 21 going to bed like, ooh, light skin, ooh, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that goes on. So I just want to know, what advice can you give somebody in the health concerns and precautions that they could take? That's all.
Yeah,
you want to go first?
Miss Polly, are you over the age of 34?
Can you guys let her answer the question, because this is a serious health issue?
Yeah.
What?
Serious health issue for who?
According to the question here, let her answer the question. He has a health question.
I answered it.
You didn't answer it. Trey interrupted you. Come on now. You didn't
Why
answer
do you
that.
have a sideburn on the top of your head? Y'all see this shit?
Yeah, but it's cool. He can, but to answer Trey's question more thoroughly, like one of the benefits of my membership to the club that I go to is that we get tested often by the city. The city has a program that registers people in the lifestyle community, and we get tested regularly. And the people who and a lot of us who play often are enthusiastic about getting tested because we want to know where we're at. And what happens is you get red taped if you found to have something. Like if you have something, you'll keep it to yourself for a while, but we all have access to the same kind of system, so we keep each other honest. So we're like, hey, where's George or whatever? I haven't seen it in a minute. Oh nah, man, he got red taped. He got he's got something, this and that. It's like, okay, did anybody else? It's like, nah, it was just him. So he's always raw dogging and so it's I got you. But it's a weeding, but it's a weeding process as well, because if you run into a person and it's testing day and they're facilitating testing and there are people who don't want to get tested, you're like, nah, I ain't playing with you. You good. Like we kind of endorse each other and support each other to get tested, so we all know where we're at and we're not spreading stuff.
Man, I don't know.
Are you telling me that the government is sponsoring this shit?
No.
The city, not the government, but the city.
Your local government.
Yeah, San Antonio. Yeah, San Antonio has a registration and has a nonprofit for AIDS testing.
Wait,
and STD testing. San Antonio, Texas. Yes.
So y'all down there with a bunch of fat chicks.
Oh well, yeah, we got a bunch of fat chicks. We got chicks anyway,
A bunch of gorditas. Y'all got a bunch of gorditas down there.
Yeah, our own job don't want y'all to take off for work.
I lived there for about 3 months.
But swingers get tested, man.
Jaws like a month.
I mean, for me personally, like I guess I really know. Like I have no sexual contact until I'm with a partner, and I just, that's just what it is. So, and then on top of that, before we do something, we both get tested, and then there's like there's been times I've just been with 2 partners, whatever, and we cut off. One of my partners he's monogamous basically. He's just with me. The other one, he's monogamous basically too. They said they're fine with what they were doing. If they're interested in someone else, I mean, it's a conversation that we have and take place. It doesn't happen a lot, but that's the same thing, get tested or whatever. And then there's we obviously let time pass. So we are proactive about being safe because nobody,
You know what?
we know the risk. We know it.
Let
Like
me
we're
say,
not.
let me say this. Let me say this because at first I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna call big cap on y'all like, that shit nasty. But do you know what I just realized? At least I could imagine they talk to each other, whereas everybody else just doing the shit behind each other's back.
Yes. I don't need to lie. Yeah, we don't have to lie. There's no
No,
reason to.
one
There's no
thing
reason to
that
get
I've learned in the sex community is the pure
Who this is
honesty. You
asking.
don't have to deal with the bullshit, the
Yeah.
lies, the I make this much money, I
Addiction
live over
digital.
here, I drive this. Let me take you on a date, or let me meet your
Hey,
parents. You ain't got to go through all that
all right.
shit. You ain't got to do nothing. It's just honesty. I want to hit it, and it is what it is, and you go from there,
Look,
and
look.
you keep on living your life.
So I just
EBD.
came from my college homecoming, okay? And my homeboy was late. He is late to a party in which I had his ticket on my phone. And I'm like, what the took you so long? Now I'm out here waiting for you. He said, man, got caught up at the hotel with such and such. And I'm like, excuse me, Nick? Like, my nigga, she's engaged, bro. What the I was like, y'all just never stop this shit ever. He's like, yeah, I was wilding. I went raw in this. I was like, yo. So this lady's gonna go back to her fiance, or I'm sorry, went back to her fiance today.
We've
He
seen just
has
an
not a
incredible
care.
police
He
presence.
knows nothing about what went down. And I was like,
But
oh
Trigger
shit.
Mike, you been sitting here listening to EBD stories. How you know he wasn't sitting on the couch watching?
Watching what?
Your
He's saying like
homeboy.
he said the husband or somebody else wasn't sitting down watching, and to be honest, that does happen.
Yeah, no, it does, but no, not in this case. Her fiance
How
is
you know?
Listen. I'm
at
gonna get
home.
off. I'm gonna get off here. I want to say something. Y'all be careful out here, okay? Over 50% of black women have herpes. All right, that's per the CDC, and that was back in 2010. And there's an increase in intestinal parasites because women out here eating booty. Okay, so be careful.
This is why they
Be
don't tell
careful
you
out
they
here.
poly.
Okay,
And bragging about the shit. We gonna eat a nigga ass today.
1 in 5 Americans,
We
per
gonna
the
eat a
CDC,
nigga ass.
1 in 5 Americans has an STD. So y'all be careful out here. All right. I'll see y'all next time. I'm going to go work out.
Yep. Let me read this super chat. We out because after eating booty, it
that was too
takes
much.
all the air out the room.
That was way too much.
Everybody
my
gonna miss
man
their
again,
mouth out with
$10
Listerine.
Google Yasmin Penn Davis. That's the NBA player wife that she did corn. Golly. Be safe out here, man. I'll be hitting you up, Miss Polly. Y'all go subscribe to her channel. I just did. And yeah, we're gonna do an all ladies panel, different perspectives, different lifestyles, all of that. So I'll invite you to that. All right, fellas, y'all already know it's always dope having y'all take my black ass to sleep. Catch
I
y'all
got
next
wigs for sale. Go on and get you one of these colors. Anybody, you can get a color. Get your wig.
Are you playing?
Get your wig, man. You see the colors, man. Come on, man. There you go.
Get the bundles out of my face, Trey. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. All right, y'all. Dope show. Catch y'all another time. Chaotic will be on tomorrow. Then we got King Talk at the night. So y'all make sure y'all patronize the Lapeef Network. Always putting together great content for you, even into the wee hours of the morning. All right. So I'm going to stop playing around. I have new shows on the horizon that I'm going to start rolling out. Dope ideas. I want to be the first person with a poppin'. I'm sorry. The first black person with a poppin' ass game show on YouTube, my nigga. Shit gonna be dope. We're gonna do it a little different. We're gonna give the panelists a chance to make money. All right. So I'm working on that. Everything I do it in concept. I try to do it on a world-class level. Not this bullshit we talking, but I'm talking about that game show is gonna be dope. Send me your ideas to Trigger Mike Show at Gmail. And then another show, well, that is the show called Messy Questions. I'm going to give you my email and you just send me the messiest questions you can think of about relationships, about family issues. We're going to be doing messy questions only. No good questions, no solutions, messy questions only. All right, so that's the game show I'm working on. Y'all stay tuned for that. But until next time, man, thank y'all for coming through and chilling with your boy. You know, I appreciate everybody that patronizes the Trigger Mike Show on the Lapeef Network. Y'all be good. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Let's show some love to your to your black YouTube supporters. I mean, your Black YouTube networks. Got my man Jay Prince on right now. Y'all head over to the Black House and yeah, say what's up to him. Tell him Trigger Mike sent you. I'm out. We got more people on. Support your Black YouTube content creators. We out. Have a good night.